I wanted to address these particular comments from Cleave to Antiquities fangirls. These are complete and total fangirls. Okay? You're doing too much. The devil's at work. The devil's at work. Pray for JP. He's going insane. JP needs to grow up. Wait a minute. So, when Cleave to Antiquity throws shots at me every live stream, it's okay. But when JP responds, JP's going insane and JP needs to grow up. And JP's doing the devil's work. Did you guys know I was gone from YouTube close to 2 months? Was not posting? And in the midst of that time, Cleave to Antiquity was running his mouth. Obese Alex Soren was running his mouth. And I had nothing to do with anything because I wasn't uploading, but still these guys decided to run their mouths. Nobody wants to talk about that? Anyways, with that said and with that considered, I wanted to show a couple of things regarding this whole scenario that happened with Cleave to Antiquities, Cleave to Antiquity, or Cleave to Fraudility. I mean, just have fun with the names. And okay, and I see a couple of people backstage. I see my boy backstage. I'm gonna bring you right up in a bit. Matter of fact, we could bring him up now. You know what? We're gonna bring him back up now. And then
hey, Salam alaikum, brother.
God bless you, brother. I wanted to just show how fraudulent this man Cleave to Antiquity is, and I wanted to break down this conversation. Now we have my brother HHS. I don't know if he's turning his camera on, and if he's not, well then I'll be in the middle. But I wanted to break this down real quick because Cleave to Antiquity did a live stream that we're going to break down, and I downloaded the stream, in which he said that he was trying to create peace. He was trying to create peace between all of the drama going on, which the Ortho Bros wanted to end in our side, but they want to continue to take shots. So it's okay for JP to be lied on, for people to criticize JP about nonsense. Oh, JP's this, JP's that. When JP isn't really even uploading, I said I'm taking a break for school, people talking all kinds of garbage. And as soon as I respond, now it's an issue. Oh, JP, you're destroying the peace, brother. Brothers, sisters, lay off the drugs. There will be no peace. You can have certain people ignoring it, but Sam Shamoun is a loose cannon. He was talking about AP the very next day. And then he threw another shot on Twitter. There will never be peace because Sam Shamoun is a loose cannon, and everybody knows that. So what happened with Thaddeus and what happened with AP, that was a setup. You know why? Because Sam Shamoun said that it was, and Cleave to Antiquity agreed. It wasn't even 24 hours after the supposed peaceful live stream that Cleave to Antiquity was already taking shots. Yet JP's the problem because JP's calling this garbage out. Really? JP is mentioned on every live stream. I only have, how many subscribers do I have, Chris Claus? 12,000, 13,000?
Something like that, yeah.
Something along those lines. Okay? And these guys are out here pulling 1,000 concurrent viewers, 2,000 concurrent viewers, mentioning my name. Mentioning my name. So now let's see what happened where Cleave to Antiquity played himself. Okay? Somebody said, what happened now? We got Timu HHS in the house. This is the Timu version of HHS. Humble Servant 45. And it's crazy how this man made that his identity. He's like, I don't mind being the Timu version. All right? Now, I want to show you guys something real quick because brother Chris Claus is going to move on, and I hope that Chris Claus is allowed to move on because these animals don't give us an opportunity to move on. I really don't understand how I'm not uploading and my name is in their mouths. I don't understand. I really don't. Chris, anything you want to say, HHS, while I look this up?
No, yeah, the only thing I was going to say is, yeah, you're right. This is going to be my last stream on the Ortho Bros. Anything Sam Shamaoun. After this, I'm just going to let them die out. But Cleave to Clout, he definitely did the live stream with AP and Thaddeus last night to stir the pot a little bit. Yeah, that's to say the slightest.
Yeah, so first I just want to say I think you have 16.2K subs. I just checked. Second, I want to say that I end up dealing with Ortho Bros a little more than most, and this is why I've tried to state to the world that Cleave to Iniquity is one of the dirtiest liars in the game. I mean, I've literally repeatedly tried to stress this to people. And I'm hoping that they eventually will see what's obvious. That stream to me was so obviously a setup. It was disgusting. I mean, that's why I clipped it as soon as it happened. As soon as he wouldn't allow AP to talk about Jay Dyer by claiming he doesn't want to talk about people who are on the panel or who are not on the panel, excuse me. I said, that's what you do every stream. Has JP ever been on this panel? Have I ever been on this panel? What that's what I said. I'm turning my camera on. That's what I said. I asked the exact same question. I had witnesses. That was the first question I asked. That's all I'm gonna say. But why you would go to a liar like that to try to discuss something I'll never get. Well,
look who's here today. We got a surprise guest. We got the dumb.
What is happening, bro? The dumb Mexican is here because apparently you guys are shocked that the EOs pulled a slick move on AP on all of us, bro. I thought
HHS is very
I'm not shocked.
You were falling for it, HHS. You were falling for it. You even hit me up and you were like, bro, this is great. All this peace that lasted for
better stop out here.
That piece that lasted for like 2 hours. And then, bro, this morning, Twitter was blowing up. This dude JP's like, yo, bro, what happened? I can't believe it.
Yeah, check this out, man.
I'm totally stunned, HHS. I'm shocked.
So immediately, the meathead himself, Bruce Lee. Wait,
hold on. Is that? Oh, that's Sam Shamoun. Sorry.
I called him Bruce Lee. I'm sorry, man. This man's like 11 Bruce Lees. He's Bruce Lee to the 11th power.
Oh yeah. This is the spitting in the mic. And your mother's a whore. Everybody, okay, real quick. Let's just get this out of the way. All of our mothers are whores. All right, go ahead.
And we're dogs. Don't forget.
We got brother God Logic in the building. Shout out to brother God Logic. Shout out to his wifey. All right, but watch this. Oh, see.
Hey, can you highlight that comment right quick? Bow. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying nothing else.
Hey, Salam Mama C, Shake.
Yeah, we were all convinced about this peace treaty. We were all convinced about this.
I was. Bro, I was. I literally felt, I was like, man, finally. I think I said something in the Discord. I was like, finally, we have peace. And they all started laughing and I didn't get the joke. Then I woke up today and then I caught up.
Shout out to TGT for making the video that he did. Now, here's a fun fact. TGT was not gonna make a video. He opted not to make a video. And I had to call him 3 times to convince him to make a video. I told him the first time, he said nah. Told him the second time, he said nah. I said, bro, I said, you have a responsibility to make a video. I had to hit him with that line. I said, you have a responsibility. You're one of the biggest debate platforms on YouTube. How dare you not make a video? Get on it. Is that not true, TGT, or is it not true? And then I had to push the brother. Then he made a video. That joint's almost at 10,000. Call me a liar, TGT, and I will give you the SAM SHAMOUN treatment if you do not. Wait, call me a liar if you do not. You get what
you got the order. We got the order.
You get what I mean, TGT.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So check this out. Check this out. So look at what this is. Look at what this was all about. After this session, cleave to antiquity did where God used them to expose apostate prophet and reasoned answers.
Bro, is this some kind of a conspiracy that they put? Bro, this is a whole plot. I didn't see this part.
I got money on for real plot, man. That's
what the. Okay, so this was a setup. It was a setup. That's why your thing says that. It was a setup. They set him up.
See, there you go, fellas. See, I wasn't lying. TGT said it. So TGT did not want to do a video, but I made him. But anyways, I mean, obviously he's a grown man, but I persuaded him because he does have a responsibility. He's
you're a persuasive dude, bro. You're a persuasive.
No, he's one of the prominent voices on the internet. Chris Claus, now that TGT's back, I hope to see a few debates of you on there soon.
Yeah, actually, TGT left me unread on my last text. I'm still waiting for him to hit me up with some dates in September to schedule a debate with. No, I'm assuming he was probably just busy.
Ooh, oh, come on, Marlon. Come on, man. All right. Well, anyways, check this out. So the stream was supposed to be about peace because this guy is a slithering snake, which you guys could see. He's blocked. See what I'm saying? And we got brother Ridvan here who went on there, Ridvan, but I just call him AP because I probably mispronounced his name. Anyways, which can watch here. So this man is talking about cleave to antiquity, exposing apostate. I thought this was supposed to be about peace. Where's the peace?
Why does he have you blocked?
No, I blocked him for having it.
Right. Oh, he blocked me twice. So just so you know, I'm blocked by him.
Come on, HHS. I block you like literally weekly, and then I unblock you. I'm like, man, this HHS. Hit me with these tweets. But I have a question though already, JP, because you're leaning into this. Are you telling us that with this tweet right here, Sam is saying that they had this, like he knew about this plot, like he's trying to say, I knew about this. It was kind of a setup.
Sam just said that the live stream they did that was supposed to be about peace, actually, it was an exposing video, and Cleave to Antiquity retweeted it.
Yeah. All right. Well, then why doesn't just Sam? He can pull up here. We can hash it out right now, like men.
You saying Sam's gonna pull up here?
Why not?
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way in hell that man.
Well, let's make a call. Put him on the phone, bro. This is like a radio station. Hit the phone. Somebody call him.
Yeah, but I want to highlight one thing about what you said, JP. That's important to me to make everybody hears it. Can you scroll up again?
Oh, absolutely. Certainly.
So Cleve during the live stream, I told you this guy's a liar, man. I've exposed him lying multiple times. Cleve retweets a tweet that says, after the session, Mr. Iniquity did where God used him to expose. I thought God was using him to bring peace out of Cleve's mouth. He wanted to just bring peace. Let's all sing Kumbaya, roast some marshmallows and s'mores. Let's do our thing. Why would he retweet a statement like that? That's the question everybody says. Why would you retweet that without saying, look, I was just really hoping to put an end to all the fighting and arguing and so forth.
Here's a fun fact, by the way, HHS. Are you finished, by the way?
Yeah, I was going to land right there. Go ahead.
Okay, we're going to call Sam, Kelly. We're going to call Sam. Let's call him. Call him up. We call him up right now.
But let me say this. My last live stream was banned in Canada. Did y'all know that? It was banned in Canada. Kelly
You got a problem with the French? What's up with that, JP?
No, it was banned. Yeah, it was banned in Canada. So I had to upload it on Rumble and on X. and then Kelly was able to watch it because it's banned on Canada. But I fixed it. I put an appeal, and they got it fixed. So yeah.
Did they tell you what it was?
Yeah, apparently there's some kind of banned movie in Canada, some kind of banned movie. So apparently, yeah. So it is what it is.
I guess Drake banned you, bro.
Yeah, I guess they don't like the Temptations. But let me read this. I have to thank them in the Ortho Bros and apologize to them both. So now this slimy Bruce Lee to the 10th power, right? Because he ain't Bruce Lee, he's Bruce Lee to the 10th power, is out here thanking the Ortho Bros and apologizing, right? These believers, brothers, did for my daughters what no other Christian has done for them. They didn't do a dang thing for your daughters. They called out their lies, defamation, and slander and did not let them get away with anything. My own friends turned against me and used lies to attack my family. And yet these brothers and sisters who do not know me stood for my daughters and I. What kind of live stream was he watching?
So the only thing that was ever called out on Sam was things in the court documents. So if those are lies and those are it's court documents. So deal with that, Sam. The only thing that people said about your daughters, I believe, was that you didn't have enough money to buy them a proper bed to be able to sleep on. I prayed for your daughters. That's what I did. I pray that they turn out to be better than you. Other than that, yeah, I don't think anybody really talked bad about his daughters.
I want to highlight that I prayed for his daughters as well. We each said prayers for his daughters. Also, when it comes to saying people lied on him, how do I lie on you by playing your video? I don't know how you do that. Maybe somebody needs to teach me how that's a lie. I haven't figured it out yet. If I literally play the recording that you uploaded of yourself speaking, I don't know what the lie is, but
maybe he has too much fat in his brain and he don't recognize. I mean, I don't know what the conclusion to this is, but this man's completely out of his dang mind. Ortho Bros don't even support this guy. Nobody supports Sam. Sam is going down the toilet. There's no Ortho Bros that want to work with this guy. And Cleave to Antiquity is the bottom of the barrel and a hypocrite because what is Sam going to be doing? Leading people to the Catholic Church. And wait a minute, weren't you guys killing each other or unaliving each other, saying all kinds of nasty things about each other? And now all of a sudden, I mean, Sam even lied about his apology. He said, I was just saying that Jay Dyer is a conspiracy theorist and he's paranoid and therefore his wife is going to leave him because he's paranoid. This is what Sam Shamoun said.
Yo,
go ahead.
Sam, just real quick, Sam gets on live streams and tells people their mothers were raped by Shia Muslims. Are we joking? Like, what is that okay? So is that that's okay? But saying I pray for your daughters in a respectful way is not okay. Like, what's the line? Where is this morality line? So I understand with this guy. I'm just saying, he literally has said, where were you? Oh, I'll say something to you like this Shia did when they mounted your mom. Like, bro, he's called people dogs, all this.
Hey, that's why I opened up with the disclosure. Our mothers are whores, so we can just, we can ease into this. But real quick, Chris, my brother, because I'm not aware and I'm not up on it. You stopped talking to Sam a while ago, right?
Yes, sir.
And I couldn't remember what the fallout was. You don't have to get in detail, but it was a while ago, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a while ago. It was when he originally called out IP, David, and God Logic. I believe it was like 5-6 months ago. Well, it's been forever since I really talked to him, but I'd message him the odd time, like behind the scenes and whatnot.
Okay.
But yeah, it's probably been about a year since I've had him on my channel.
But so that I'm clear, when you made the line really clear is when he started to take shots, actually kind of around the same time this Ortho Bro thing popped off, right? So then that brought in this kind of drama where he started to mouth off and started to go against some of the folks that I know that are dear brothers that you love, right?
Yeah, like me and Avery's day one brothers, right? Like I'll go to war for him and his wife any day. And he went after him, and he went after IP and David Wood. And I love Mike Jones, and me and David Wood get along as well. So yeah, at that point, it was just like, I'm not dealing with this guy because I'm not going to jeopardize myself. I like, if you align with Sam, you're jeopardizing yourself, because now you have to adhere to what he's saying. You have to agree with what he's saying, and I don't agree with what he says.
Yeah, no, I mean, it makes sense. I was just trying to. I didn't know where the timeline was.
So we're bearing false witness. So we're not on video. So Sam Shamoun's not on video calling people's mother whores and doing all kinds of these things. Sean, if you want to join up,
bring them up. Bring them up.
Sean, if you want to join up and show us and tell us how we're bearing false witness, I'd love to hear it. All right, let's go.
I'm quiet.
On my end, is it echoing?
Yeah.
You up here so you could present, what you wanted about the nun situation and some of the stuff that's been going around about the, the unfortunate situation with Mrs. Apostate. So,
So think about it this way. This man went up to this panel supposedly for peace. They have to answer for all of their supposed shortcomings, because obviously I don't really know what happened with the nun or whatever. I don't know if he apologized. I don't know. I really don't care. That's not my problem. I'm a Protestant, for crying out loud, right? I don't know what happens in the world of Catholicism, nuns, priests. I don't know. I don't follow that kind of news. But something happened. And he was told to answer for that. He was told to answer for everything. But when Sam Shamoun came on Cleave to Antiquities channel, was he asked to answer for anything? Or was he allowed to slander and say all these kind of nasty things without any kind of pushback?
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what went on. Cleve brought him up there and was just like, here, spill the drama. Anywhere that you want to go, you can go. Anything you want to talk about, you can talk about. But when AP and Thaddeus come up, nope, you can only answer this. You can't answer anything else. And if I think that you may even be stepping into something else, I'm going to shut it down. It was.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he couldn't even. As soon as AP, I hope we see it. As soon as AP,
that's got to be a joke, right?
The fallout or the issues with Jay Dyer, Cleve wouldn't let him speak, bro.
So then you're saying that Sam came up and was like, and saying whatever he wanted, and then they came up and they were restricted as to what they could say?
Yeah, look, I clipped it and put it on Twitter.
I mean, bro, that's like, dare I say it, bro, that's gay.
Hey, they weren't even allowed to mention Sam's name.
Yeah. Okay, wait a minute. So wait a minute. Hold on. You're telling me Cleve? Here, let me do my Cleve. You're telling me Cleve said people can't talk about, this is the Cleve face. Hey guys, so Cleve restricts people on what they can say on his platform? Bro, what is this? Are these guys scared?
Imagine you sit down and you're going into detail about the details of an event, and as soon as you get to Jay Dyer, oh boy, just stops everything. I hope he's.
Bro, you can't imagine that world. I can't imagine that world because that's pretty much not the world we live in, bro. That's just that ain't it, bro. I did not know this. Why didn't you tell me this, JP? You should have texted me this.
Yeah, Chris, you wanted to say something real quick?
This is crazy.
Nah, man, Mueller just had me dying with that Cleve look. He nails it.
He does.
That's probably the best
hey
Cleve
guys,
I've ever seen.
He's like, hey guys, when he does his Twitter videos, he goes like this. So there's a green screen behind me. He's like, hey guys, this is stupid. Here. Hey, this is stupid JP making up some false accusations. Let's watch. All right, go ahead, JP, talk.
All right, let's go.
See, there he is again, sounding like a moron. All right, guys.
Hey, one other thing. Let me just get it out there before, because this is since Brother Alden is here, they're gonna break out the trick bag. Just because we're speaking about them instantly means we're obsessed. So just understand that if you ever say anything, no matter if they lie on you or whatever.
I just got here, bro. I can't be obsessed. I literally just got here.
I'm just telling you, that's how the game is played. If you say anything to refute anything, you're obsessed. Just so you know.
Yo, chat, what y'all think looks better? This like this? Make it a little bigger like this?
Yeah, I like that, bro. I like the versus the side. I feel like we're getting lost in the sauce.
What do y'all say, chat? Y'all like it like this, or y'all want it more in the side? What do you guys say, chat?
Better.
Yeah?
Yeah, the other one kind of gives me like a headache.
All right. Well, I guess we're better off.
Everybody does the other view.
Yeah, you're right. That's what it is. Chris nailed it. That's exactly right. Everybody does the other one. I'm sick of it. So let's chat, boycott that side view. JP nailed it. I even do the side view because I'm probably too lazy to do the bottom. You know what I mean? Like the bottom row. That's
there we go. There we go. All right. Okay, boom. All right. We look good here. All right. Let's get it popping then. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not Mrs. Apostate. I have to clarify that. So you're speaking about my former wife. Yeah. So first of all, thank you for having me. I didn't initially want to engage in this, but I thought it would be nice to. It would be probably good or useful to come on and talk.
Now again, AP comes in here to make peace, and Cleave to Antiquity is saying, "I'm going to expose them," and Sam Shamoun's going to praise me for this. What a disgusting human being of a snake. And I know that's an oxymoron because snakes aren't humans, but he's a snake man, a complete snake man, Moeller.
Yeah, but why is AP talking about that situation? He brought it up. Why? I don't understand this, bro.
People want, I'm going to let HHS cook, but people are so desperate to dig into this man's personal life that it's
that
ridiculous.
He had to address it, so he felt like he needed to say it.
He addressed it once before, and I think he said after the stream.
But I thought AP was there. I thought AP was there to squash the beef or at least try to extend an olive branch. Is that not why he's there? I don't.
I mean, you would think so, right? And by the way, when Sam was there, did Sam have to go into the nitty-gritty details of what happened with him? Does anybody know? I didn't watch the whole thing because I didn't want.
Well, I mean, that guy. I mean, he'll just
no, but I'm saying like he's pressing.
I don't think that.
He's pressing I want y'all to notice this. He's pressing AP on a situation that AP's. I know he's addressed it at least once. I don't know about the level of detail that he did maybe last night. But when Sam was there, why didn't he get on him and go all into this? Why didn't he do the same thing? I'm telling you, man. It's so this guy, man, such a snake, man. Sorry, go ahead, JP.
All right, let's go. I'm gonna try to play at least 2 minutes without talking, but that's gonna be very, very tough. But let's try.
Talk about everything that's been said in order to clarify. I have kind of endured for a year now that people said whatever they wanted about me. So I want to finally respond to things. I've also, for most of the time, ignored Sam Shamoun, and I want to clarify that. I want to say there is so much that needs to be said. Sorry, especially when it comes to the other day's live stream. So,
well, before we dive into it, I do want to just set a couple of like little housekeeping items here. I don't necessarily want to dive too much into like a character attack of Sam because he's not here to defend himself.
What?
Hey, look at AP. You paused him perfectly. This is AP right here. He's like, "Wait, what?" Look at him. "Wait, what? What did I walk into?" Where's AP at? Did you hit up AP? Is he gonna pull up?
I'm glad that they didn't allow Sam to badmouth anyone that wasn't on the stream so that they could defend themselves at that point. Yeah, I'm glad that he did that with Sam, right?
Yeah, that's
oh my goodness, man! Y'all can't. Oh man, this guy exposes himself when he opens his mouth, bro. Cleve, what a snake.
Hold on. Did he allow me to defend myself when he references me every live stream?
No.
That's because he has a crush on you.
All right, JP. Now it's all about JP.
See, this is the only disadvantage.
I got it now. It covers.
Let me just read this real quick so I get it off the screen. God has been blessing the prop ministries online from Avery, Westhoff, Bryce Crawford, William Craig, Guy Van Ortland, to name a few. The Ortho Bros and Catholics in response have decided to join forces too.
I don't think they joined, bro. Sam doesn't speak for the Catholic Church from what I'm aware of. So, so I wouldn't say that. Even though it looks like Trent Horn's coming outside trying to be brave. So,
and then we have the effeminate men are back, especially HHS the Goofy.
No, he said go back, pull it up again. Did you read that right? Oh, okay. My fault. I thought he said something else.
There you go.
Hey, JP. I just like to thank some of the Samites in the chat for paying the jizya. If you want to keep going ahead, hey, any super chat you want to spend on JP, we'll grift that money from you.
There we go. I'm not crying. You can pay to insult me all you want. I get insulted for free all the time. All right.
But what I would like to do is, anything that we discussed, we can talk about some of those things. Now, I understand the reason for this is because I would like this to be the end of it. Like,
wait a minute. Wait. Sorry. I'm genuinely here to resolve things.
Yeah, you see the confusion? Did you see AP's confusion? He said, wait, bro, I'm genuinely here to resolve things. Yo, but that's not Cleve's end. Cleve wants to make sure that only AP is on the hot seat and can't anybody, no one else can speak on anything.
Does
But
that
Sam
sound
can just
familiar?
run his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the end of it, right? The end of it, right? This is the end of it. This is what Cleave to Antiquity retweeted. This is look like the end of it. I want this to be the end of it. But look at what he retweeted. He retweeted.
Yeah,
that
why would he
Apostate
do that?
Yeah. The end of it, right? The end of it, right? That guy's a slimy snake, man. That guy
I told
is,
everybody's been calling out this guy as a liar for so long. I don't know why anyone would go there thinking this guy was going to be honest. I like, for the life of me, I can't figure it out, bro.
And genuinely here to be nice and friendly. But you had Sam on here, and he just spewed all kinds of garbage about everyone, about me, about David, about Avery, God Logic, about Inspiring Philosophy, about everybody.
Stuff that's public, yeah. I mean, things
Without
have already been
hindrance.
said.
Without
Do you have
hindrance.
an interest in wanting to just end the situation?
Look
Or
at that. See,
would you
look,
like to
cut him off.
continue?
Look, see him cut him off. You see him cut him off? Yeah, these are publicly. You think nothing's public about Sam? This guy's an imbecile. Are you joking? You think Sam has no public dirt? Does this guy have more than 3 brain cells, bro? But notice he just cut him right off and tried to steer away because he's not there to actually get truth out and let AP vent and get to the result. I'm telling you, man, this is actually disgusting. I hope the entire Christian world, based on what they're witnessing, recognize what they're seeing on their screen from this guy right here. He's trash, bro.
Well, I was actually thinking about hitting up Cleve before all of this and telling him I was going to come on and have a discussion about the comments made about God Logic and things to that, because I know quite a bit about the behind the scenes and everything else like that. But I'm glad that I thought about it. I said to myself, I just want to sit on this for a little bit and just see how it plays out. And then I saw this, and I'm glad that I didn't, because I would have crashed out on Cleve. Like, I might have been on his live for a few minutes. He probably would have ended up kicking me. That's the way I would have seen it.
So, Chris, you're basically saying is we would have been doing a live about you. This live would have been like, Chris got punked. He got how does JP say defrauded. He got fraud. The point is, Chris, we're glad you didn't fall for it, because I thought for a split second maybe AP could bring these guys together. Maybe, but boy, was I wrong. I didn't even know these rules and all these things existed.
Let's go.
Not the one who started it to begin with. Here's the thing. I mean, that's a good place to start, actually. Well, first off, I don't know. I want to start this in a good way, and hope that it all goes as hope that it all goes in a good way. Briefly said, but here's the funny thing. You concluded your live stream with Sam Shamoun by saying that that this is not about ideologies, it's not about beliefs, it's not about this and this and that, not about doctrine. People should just simply stop piling on Sam Shamoun, stop attacking Sam Shamoun. He gave you the impression that all of this started because people started attacking Sam Shamoun, and people were just piling on Sam Shamoun. That he gave you the impression. Can you confirm that is the impression that you have at the moment?
Well, I mean, I think it's been going back and forth for quite some time. I can't deny things have been said on both sides that, get other people angry.
But that is what you said yesterday.
Well, either way, we can look at the...
Again, no honesty.
You see how much of a snake, satanic rat this guy is? Oh, I think things were said on both sides. And AP's like, wait a minute, but that's not what you said yesterday. So he's a liar. This is what you call lying 101.
Yeah, it is, bro. And he's getting called out on his own stream. And to not answer questions, he's trying to play the game.
Oh,
so
look. HHS, sorry to cut you off, but there's somebody telling us that the beef has been squashed, that we should just stop the live. Infamous Johnny, look.
Oh, really?
Didn't you block this dude? He says, hope you manage to squeeze as much content as you can out of the stream because the drama has been squashed. Everybody, let's go ahead, HHS. Let's take off the headset. Let's just go home. Show's over.
Yeah, the drama has been squashed. Yeah, it was squashed. Go ahead, Chris.
Were they going to tell me about it?
Yo. No, bro, you don't need to know. You were going to find out.
To be fair, the drama was squashed for like about 7 hours. 7 to 14 hours.
I don't even think that long.
Yeah.
Not even.
No, but he noticed the question too. He said, hey, so-and-so started. He's indicating somebody started it. Cleve doesn't even want to address who started it. He just wants to go, well, things are said on both sides. Like he's running past every major detail because he's not there to get the truth. This is a textbook setup, man. Know the channels you're going to people out here. Okay.
And if he's
Just to text
Mr.
you.
Moderator and Peacemaker, HHS, don't you think he could have just had Sam up and then he could have moderated and said, okay, what's up, man? Squash this beef.
Yeah,
You know what I
he
mean?
definitely apparently can get a hold of him for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he has his ear. Why didn't he just do that? I mean,
Well,
I
and
tried
I gotta-
calling Sam right now, but he called my mother a whore and he hung up on me.
I got to give Cleve credit. Like, this is like high level clout chasing right here. Like, this is clout chasing 101. Because if you think about it, it's prime time to do a live like this 2 days in a row. And why would that be? Because David, Thaddeus, and the rest of the guys are out at a conference right now and wouldn't be able to respond until Monday. So the only thing that they're going to have online right now is their narrative for the next 4 days. So I got to give him a little bit of credit. That's clout chasing 101. He's doing all right.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like he planned it out.
Let's go. So, fellas, y'all caught the trick bag, as HHS says. Oh, no, things were said on both sides. AP said, no, that's not what you said yesterday. So that's lie. There's a couple of lies already going on, and pandering to Sam Shamoun and dishonesty and manipulation of situations where he allowed Sam to say what he wanted, but AP is clearly restricted here. Now, I want you guys to know something. Cleave to Iniquity hates my guts, because anyone who can talk about somebody when they've been out the internet for 2 months, close to 2 months, I haven't been uploading, and I'm so deep in this guy's big cranium, it's ridiculous.
Come on, JP. I don't hate you.
He sure does, but let's go.
The impression that you have at the moment.
Well, I mean, I think it's been going back and forth for quite some time. I can't deny things have been said on both sides that, get other people angry.
But that is what you said yesterday.
Well, either way, we can look at even the situation that's just recently happened.
Either way,
things were said on both sides, but you know what happened?
Dude said, well, either way. What do you mean? What? No, there are factual details that are being hashed out. You don't just run over factual details today because you didn't have a problem letting somebody spew lies yesterday. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let the factual details be stated. He doesn't want to do that, bro.
Okay, well, here's the thing.
And they said, hey, look.
Here's the thing, Cleve. It wasn't things said on both sides. I have for the last year, I have talked very, very little about Sam Shamoun. We can demonstrate this if you want to. It's actually very, very easy. You can go on David Wood's channel live streams. You can go on my live streams. Then you can go on Sam Shamoun's live streams. Sam Shamoun for the last year has repeated. You can literally click on any random live stream and go through to the transcript and search for Apostate Prophet, or with all the other names that he calls me, David Wood, or with other names he calls me, and the others. He has repeatedly attacked all of us, repeatedly, before we ever said anything. It was only 2 months ago when I jumped in and I said, okay, all right, it is time to respond. It's time to go to war, which is when we began to respond. So it isn't the fact that that we started it or that things have been said on both sides. It is that he started it, you platformed it, you repeated his false claims, and now we're supposed to be quiet about it?
Redvan. Whether or not who started it, who
Remember, yesterday he was on board that it was them. Now, you know why this guy's a rat snake? I had a personal relationship with Cleve, and he knows Sam is the troublemaker. He knows. He knows. I know that he knows. And this complete shift where now it's, oh, let's allow Sam and let's take his side, but let's not allow AP to say what he wants to say. This is rat rodent behavior.
That's why you don't go to a liar expecting the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't do that, right? And this guy is a certified liar. And that's why he won't let the story unfold with relevant details. He just tries to run past them because he's really there just to stir up anything Sam can use. He's being weaponized as an agent, for lack of a better phrase. That's all he's doing, man. And anybody else, if you go there thinking this guy's honest, you did it to yourself.
Amen. All right, let's carry on. Oh, Chris, Marley, y'all want to say anything before we press?
No, go ahead.
Actually, the only thing I want to say here is I think AP did a really good job there trying to get out everything that he possibly could before Cleve could jump in and mute him up, because he got out a lot where Sam started it. They only jumped in 2 months ago. At least he got that out before he stopped him.
Smack the other one, who did this, who did that, whoever began this whole rabbit hole. This is where we're at, neck deep in the middle of it. So what I would like to do is see if we can bring a resolution. So what I've invited you to come on the show to do is to address some of the things that have really been being spoken about in the public sphere for the last year, as you've already stated. So, I mean, he's already said on his side. Now, granted, I mean, take it for whatever you want. I mean, you might not believe that he's going to stop if we stop or whatever, or that I'll stop if you guys stop or whatever. But if we could put a nice cherry on top, and I'm going to have Thaddeus on later. I know Thaddeus has been a little more involved in the back and forth as well, but I'm not going to talk about him without him being here. But let's see if we can just put an end to it. So I brought you.
Here's the thing: there is no place to put an end to this. I think that I tried. Look, you don't know anything about this. I was friendly with Sam Shamoun for most of the time, even when David cut ties with him. He also lied about why David cut ties with him. So if you want to resolve things, you can't resolve things by leaving the lies out there without resolving those lies first. David cut ties with him for very obvious reasons, because David repeatedly warned him and repeatedly told him, "Hey, you can't call people."
Don't you see though? Like, I understand.
Are you going to let me? Are you going to?
Yo. Is he gonna say why? Like, why did he cut ties with them? I didn't know this.
Watch this. Watch this. Hold on. Look at this.
Tell me he's gonna let him talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Without resolving those lies first. David cut ties with him for very obvious reasons, because David repeatedly warned him, repeatedly told him, "Hey, you can't call people."
Don't you see though? I understand.
Are you going to let me talk, or do you want to just cut me off and impose whatever you want to impose?
Well,
listen, I came here for an actual proper discussion. If you want to resolve things, if you want to have a fruitful resolving discussion, you can't just cut me off whenever I say 2 words and then preach to me. In all honesty, be serious for a second.
Now you know why this is the case, right? You can't let the man talk. If you let the man talk, he might say something you can't really recover from. So in reality, what we're looking at is that Cleve is panicking right now. That's a man that's panicking. He's scared right now. I can't do this. You're saying too much, even though we let Sam Shamoun say all that he wanted. But you can't say what you want to say. Go ahead, fellas, if y'all want to say anything.
Yeah, I was just going to say, clearly, he's worried about the truth coming out about the situation. So every time he gets close to truth in any situation, he cuts off AP. And AP's even noticing it. He's like, bro, like, are you going to keep cutting me off? Like, I'm trying to lay out what the issues are so that we can actually get to a resolution, excuse me. But Cleve does not want that. He doesn't.
All right, let's keep it going.
David would cut him off because Sam Shamoun has repeatedly attacked people's families, called people whores, daughters of whores, sons of whores, sons of Satan, and so on and so forth. David told him repeatedly to stop doing that because it is a very, very bad thing, right? Obviously. He didn't. Eventually, somebody sent him.
Look at how uncomfortable he is. I'm going to play the video back again, but look at how uncomfortable Cleve is, because Cleve can't refute any of these things. All Cleve can say is there's issues on both sides. What was the politician when there were riots going on and she was like, there's issues on both sides. There's issues on both sides. So, yeah.
A clip where David says very publicly to somebody who's asking a question, "I will piss on your mother and let the Shia rape her, the whore," and so on and so forth.
AP.
Upon which David cut ties with Sam Shamoun. Sam Shamoun then made this look like people just can't stand him. You paraded him and let the Shia rape her, the whore, and so on and so forth. Upon which David cut ties with Sam Shamoun. Sam Shamoun then made this look like people just can't stand him. You paraded that. Under those circumstances, how do you think things?
If you're just going to come on my show and rant, dude, then this isn't going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
If you're gonna come on my show and rant, dude, this isn't gonna go your way, dude.
Bring it on, dude. Bring it on.
You're gonna rant, dude. You're gonna rant, dude. I can't have you on, dude. You're telling too much truth, dude.
Yeah, so
if you're gonna come on here and be honest, dude, I can't have you on my show. Lies only, dude.
Wait a minute. So is that true?
Tell your side of the story, dude. I'm gonna have real problems with you, dude.
Is that true though, Chris? I don't know if you have insight. Is it directly because he was doing that your mother's a whore stuff?
Yes, yes, he definitely did. And AP and David wasn't going to get into it until he started attacking AP, and then he went after Thaddeus, and then because I put it wasn't even a super chat. It was just a normal text. David just brought it up. Maybe it could have been a super chat. And he read it, and I said that Sam and Malik and Cora are in a 3-way relationship. So that
oh dang! Yo, Chris got in his bag with that one. He's like, they're doing 3-way. So then, okay, so then I guess AP pulling up here, he's really trying to go, all right, bro, I'm going to try to set the story straight. And this dude, Cleve, is really trying to block him.
Oh, he's
Like,
oh,
man,
yes,
he's really, why? It's Sam. That's his new buddy or something? I would just let it rock. I'd be like, yeah, bro, Sam does that. And so what? I don't approve of it all the time either. But let's get to a resolution, you know? Wouldn't be sitting there nervous.
Or
AP's
like,
going,
why not let him say what he feels happened, right? His timeline of events. Then, as you said, say, all right, well, you
hey,
laid
it is
out
what it
you feel
is.
happened.
Spilt milk
Let's
under
try
the
to fix
bridge.
it.
Yeah,
let's
move
just
on.
try to fix it now. Like, but he won't even let him get words out, bro. He's
That's
like,
crazy.
whoa, you're ranting. He's like, no, I'm telling what occurred.
Well, I think what happened was, it sounds like what happened was this dude Cleve called up, you know, Sam, you know what I mean? And he was just like, hey, dude, I'm gonna do this show, dude, and I'm gonna have AP on. And then Sam was like, listen, if he says anything about any of my personal business, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in, does the spit, and your mother's a whore. And then Cleve probably got nervous and now had his orders. I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense with the tweet. Why are you guys looking at me like I'm crazy, chat? I'm not crazy. Is that not like plausible right now? They connected on that kind of level? Maybe Sam's been controlling the Ortho Bros this whole time. What do you guys? Sam has been controlling the Ortho Bros the whole time, chat. I'm just saying. There's no chat, refute me. JP is such a clown.
I mean, is that really what you wanted to do? You want to come here and vent and
ties
AP.
with Sam Shamoun.
AP,
Sam Shamoun then made
AP,
this look like people just can't stand him. You paraded that. Under those circumstances, how do you think things
if you're
will be
just going to
resolved?
come on my show and rant, dude, then this
You paraded that. Under those circumstances, how do you think things
if
will
you're
be
just going to
resolved?
come on my show and rant, dude, then this,
You paraded that. Under those circumstances, how do you think things
if you're
will be
just going to
resolved?
come on my show and rant, dude, then this isn't going to go anywhere. Listen, I mean, is that really what you wanted to
Right,
do? You want to
answer
come
my
here
question.
and vent about Sam, or
I
did you
want
want to?
I just wanted to throw out the Bible right quick, right? I'm not gonna put it on the screen. People can look it up. But Proverbs 18:17, right? The one who states his case first seems right until the other comes and examines him. So everybody, I love the Bible for this reason. Everybody reads it. Like, let's use some application. They let Sam speak freely. So then another wants to come and speak. Now we don't want him to talk. Do you think they're trying to get to the true conclusion? Like I said, I'm just going biblically here because that's what the Bible actually says. That's all I want to say right quick to show people what's actually going on.
Well, let me say this. Chris Claus, you know AP more than all of us. Notice how AP was going 100 miles per hour because it was at this point that AP knew he effed up. I'm kidding. That's not what I was going to say. But it was at this point that AP knew he wasn't going to get a word in. He knew it.
I think AP knew that right when Cleve there said that he didn't want to talk about anything else. And so that's why AP, he's speaking as quick as he can and getting out as much as he can because he knows that Cleve is eventually going to mute him, but he's going to get it all out anyway. AP did amazing here.
No, that was excellent. That was excellent. I mean, let's rewind that. Look at how quick he did it, and he didn't even stop. He made let me go on the record. Whenever you make Cleve to Antiquity say dude, he's losing it. Anytime he says dude, Cleve to Antiquity is losing whatever's going on. That's why that's why when you hit me with bring it on, dude, people are making fun of him with that statement till this day. Mr. Bring it on, dude. Come on, bring it on, dude. Come on, dude. I'm so intimidating, dude. All right, let's go. Look at this. Look at this. This is called master class debate tactics. AP knew I ain't gonna get a word in. He knew this was the beginning of the end. And the man said, I must spray as many words as I can, like this is an AK-47 in the battlefield, like HHS. Y'all listen to his testimony. HHS, we already know. He was in the army, but y'all go to his channel and listen to his testimony. But all right, let's go.
Shamoun for most of the time, even when David cut ties with him. He also lied about why David cut ties with him. So if you want to resolve things, you can't resolve things by leaving the lies out there without resolving those lies first. David cut ties with him for very obvious reasons, because David repeatedly warned him and repeatedly told him, hey, you can't tell people. Are you going to let me talk?
I understand.
Are you going to let me talk, or do you want to just cut me off and impose whatever you want to impose?
Well,
listen, I came here for an actual proper discussion. If you want to resolve things, if you want to have a fruitful resolving discussion, you can't just cut me off whenever I say 2 words and then preach to me. In all honesty, be serious for a second. David would cut him off because Sam Shamoun has repeatedly attacked people's families, called people whores, daughters of whores, sons of whores, sons of Satan, and so on and so forth. David told him repeatedly to stop doing that because it is a very, very bad thing, right? Obviously. He didn't. Eventually, somebody sent him a clip where David says very publicly to somebody who was asking a question, I will piss on your mother and let the Shia rape her, the whore, and so on and so forth.
AP,
upon which David cut ties with Sam Shamoun. Sam Shamoun then made this look like people just can't stand him. You paraded that. Under those circumstances, how do you think things
if you're just going to come on my show and rant, dude, then this isn't going to go anywhere. Listen, I mean, is that really what you wanted to do? You want to come here and invent about Sam? Or do you want to actually talk about the stuff and hash it out?
Are you talking
okay, pause.
That's what I'm actually saying.
Is he not talking about the stuff and trying to hash it out? Did y'all catch the move? He's frustrated. You should play that clip again. He goes, right after he says nothing but details, he goes, do you actually want to talk? I mean, are you just going here and rant, or do you want to actually talk about stuff and hash it out? Sounds like that's exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, he's talking.
But it's just the details were so wrong.
Yeah, you don't like it
true.
because did he get his orders from Sam? Chat, like, why is he? I would just let him. I'd have been like, hey, bro, Sam got to say his side. He gets to say his side.
Correct.
There's something there, bro. There's something there.
That's the fair thing to do.
Right.
You got one side, there's the other side. But let me say this before I press play on this. This made Cleave to Antiquity look really bad, because you can't go from allowing someone to say whatever they want one day to censoring somebody on the next and trying to play peacemaker. And then after this, retweet a post where someone says, good job, Cleave, you exposed them. Cleave looks like a satanic snake right now. This is a demonic human being right here, based on his actions. If you guys want, look at the thumbnail, everybody. You see the slithering tongue? This is what you call a snake. This is a snake. Chris Claus, can you imagine Chris Claus? Chris, how would you see me, Chris, if you have an issue with somebody? You know what? Let's just use Sam. I bring on Sam. Sam badmouths you. He says one way is this, one way is that. Then I go, let me bring on one way, and you can't even talk about Sam. We're going to talk about particular things, like random things, like the nun. That happened. I don't even know when that happened. We're going to talk about that, and you're not allowed to talk about Sam. How would you look at me? And then, Chris, the next day, I retweet a post that says, you were exposed.
Yeah, we're beefing.
How's that for peace?
Yeah, we're beefing.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to bail from that convo. It kind of sounds like the time that they invited you onto the Gauntlet on Andrew Wilson and Jay Dyer network. And then you said, can I bring Mahler? And they said, yeah, but he can't talk.
Yep.
Literally, chat, he can't talk. Yo, Chris, you can pull up, but you can't talk, bro. Yo, bro, you can't make this up, bro.
Andrew Wilson did say that. I was like, Andrew Wilson, I know you invited me over to your channel. Can I bring on Mahler so we could be on the hot seat? And we can bring on and take on all EOs. He said, yeah, Mahler can come, but he has to stay muted. He said that.
Yeah,
he said that. All right, but let's carry on. There we got Brother Radar Apologetics. I will be in his church this Friday. My knee is feeling much better. I got in a car crash, so I haven't been really traveling like that, but the Lord is good, making a good recovery. Y'all pray for my knees. Got in a car crash the other day. But y'all pray for me, man. I'm praying I make it out tomorrow.
Bro, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah. I got in after the situation happened with my car that I told you about.
Yeah.
When I took the car out, 3 days later, a speeding BMW hit me almost 100 miles per hour.
Oh, bro, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
My car's
repaired,
a check,
though.
huh? Oh,
Yeah,
it's repaired?
Yeah, because the idiots couldn't even be proper criminals. Because they damaged their car, they stopped at the next town over, which is the town that I live. So when I was driving, I saw that their side of the car was crushed where my side of the car was crushed. And so then I got out and I said, yo, y'all know who y'all hit back there, right? And I pulled my phone and I said, I'm calling the police right now. And I was calling the police and they were saying that wasn't us. Literally gray on my blue car. There's literally gray. I'm like, oh, okay, we'll let the cops decide. No, we'll get it fixed. I got a mechanic. I said, all right, cool.
Okay.
And then they got the car fixed.
Yeah, you learned from the first time around, remember? I tell you,
the
man.
first time around, they screwed me over the first time around. You know, I'm always the one getting crashed. But let's go on with the story. But y'all pray for me, man. My knees, we're making good strides. All right, let's go. Let's keep it pushing.
Look, we're both grown men. We can have a discussion
Right,
about.
so
If
do you want to show the
clarify some of the
messages?
stuff that was said yesterday, I don't need to go into 5 zillion other little petty grievances that you have with this individual. Let's be adults.
Yo, HHS, petty issues, but Sam brought up how many issues?
Bro. Then he said, let's be adults, bro.
Let's be adults. So
then what was he 24 hours ago? Was he petty and was he being an adult then?
No.
That's crazy,
well,
bro.
I'm Cleve. Yes, I was.
This is the man that we call Mr. Double Standard over here.
No,
Hey,
somebody said you said textbook trick baggery. That's yours. Tell us about textbook trick baggery, JP, because I've never heard this. Is that just? I mean, I'm trying to figure that out because that right there.
Yeah, it means that the man is it's like a trick bag, like a manipulation tactic. But let's
yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but let's all right, but let's.
You're spot on. Being in a trick bag means being manipulated into a lose-lose situation. Where were you going?
Thank you.
Wait, I didn't do this. How did my phone?
Yeah, because you're Chat JP. Everybody knows that.
Yo,
you got caught.
Bro, all jokes aside, I did not press anything. My phone was listening to me.
No,
Yo,
we know
I've been
you always
listening
got.
to you for like 10
Yo,
years.
We know you always got that Chat GPT on.
He's Chat
Bro, the
JP,
FBI
Chris.
just
He's
got
Chat
caught.
JP.
Bro, the FBI just got caught, bro. The FBI could have stayed quiet. They just responded just now. Now we know the feds are watching. All right, let's go.
Okay. So, are you willing to discuss the things that was talked about yesterday, or are we going to go into every other little thing?
I'm willing to discuss everything that's been said over the last year. Here's the message that I sent you. Let's see where it was. I said, you're about to invite a liar and slanderer on your show to make a point, right? I'm going to an Orthodox church, right? You know that contrary to popular belief, I didn't actually abandon my wife and children to be with another woman, right?
So let's
you
talk
can
about
do whatever you want, of course, but I will make a video live stream talking about it and so on. You said you can come on the show and clear the air if you feel there are misrepresentations in what's represented.
in the video. Yes.
So you didn't say in the video.
In the video, yeah, because you're talking about the stuff that we're talking about on the show.
Okay,
So this is what I.
So let me get this straight. This guy right here told Cleve that he was going to address some of these things. Cleve was okay with it, and now he's not allowing him to do it.
Because he just wanted him on the show to try to get more dirt. It was never about him clearing his name. Never was.
Yeah, real quick, I just wanted to give a quick shout out so y'all can support this project real quick. If you have an iPhone, God Logic has an apologetic app. This is the website. It's only out for iPhone right now, but it's an apologetic app. And all you go on there, it has all the Muslim arguments, all the Jehovah's Witness arguments, and it's totally free. It's grift free. There we go. It ain't just free, it's grift free. Anyways.
Hey, and just remember, if you use those arguments, then Logic can say that he's your Yoda.
Yep, Logic made you. He created you. Remember Sam said that? So it's not on Android, it's on Apple. So all of God Logic's arguments are going to be right there. You go on the website, you download it, and there will be more updated arguments. So all the arguments you heard God Logic make throughout the years, all the arguments they've made against him are going to be on that app. And then the app will be refreshed. And I'm promoting this for free, so there's no grifting. Because I know a lot of rats out there go, oh, this is grifting, JP's grifting. There's no grifting here. This is for the edification of the body of Christ. Because a lot of people make bad arguments. But you click on this thing, and it's going to have them on there. So if you have it, it's not on Android. It is only on Android is coming in a few days. All right. So now y'all know Android's coming in a few days. And this is for the Apple iPhone. So y'all go ahead and y'all give that a download. Let's carry on.
You didn't say
on
anything.
you. This isn't
You
your
didn't say
personal
anything.
vent session against Sam. That's not what this is supposed to be.
This is not about Sam. It's about you. It's about Sam. It's about many other
then
things.
then insult me. Don't insult the guy that's not here right now. If I understand,
You literally
look,
allowed him to insult us the
I
whole
get
time.
it, AP. I get it. So insult me for that. Insult my hypocrisy. But let's discuss what's actually been brought up.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. Don't do it now. Just come at me, bro. Why? You let him come at us, bro. Like now I gotta like change everything I'm saying. My bad, Mom Claude.
No. It's just Cleve admitted that he's being a hypocrite. Like he just admitted it. He's like, well, complain about me being a hypocrite. Okay, well, you are. Thanks for admitting it.
Rather than going into every little detail of this entire situation.
All right.
Does that sound okay?
I know that you have a drama show and you want clicks for drama and all that, but I want to resolve.
I'm literally
that by,
trying to resolve it right now.
How are you resolving this if you aren't even going to listen to what's happening here?
Well, you want to continue to stoke it on by bringing up every little thing that's ever
I
happened.
don't want to. I want to point out to you that this is not a matter that can just be resolved by putting Sam's distorted image of things out there, then quieting or shutting me or others down, and then pretending that we can resolve it from there. I am not here for drama. I am here to call out Sam Shamoun for the devil that he is and for the liar that he is. Expose him.
Well, unfortunately,
I want to clear the air. I want to clear the air.
Unfortunately, AP, if you decided to come on here for a vent session on Sam, then you've wasted your time.
That's not why I'm here.
Yo, you see the reframe? Yo, tell me you saw the trick bag, bro. Look, audience. Tell me y'all caught the trick bag right there if you're paying attention. Tell me you caught that. He said, look, if you want to come on here for a vent session, the dude is literally trying to walk through step by step of what has occurred so we can come to an understanding of the events that have taken place and therefore discuss a resolution, right? He literally reshapes that whole thing into, well, if you just want to vent on a guy, you've come to the wrong place. What kind of crap is that? That's crazy, man.
No, bro, if you don't repent, you're going to hell. You're going to hell tonight. Y'all know that TikTok? Yeah, if you guys are on TikTok, y'all know what I'm talking about. You're going to hell. You're going to hell tonight.
I'm not on TikTok like that.
To the people that are on TikTok, that they off the culture, they know what I'm talking about. I'm remixing the song. Let's go.
I want to point out the facts of the situation. Then I want to talk about the things that you have said about me, the things about the nun, the things about the divorce, my divorce with my former wife, about which you have abundantly said tons of things, including in the last session. I want to talk about those things. If you are actually interested in addressing those things and resolving those things, I am here to do that. If you want to instead cut me off whenever I say something that makes you feel uncomfortable, I will go on my own channel and expose all of it.
Well, now that's what we call getting cooked 101.
I think what happened was he was supposed to pull up and do the Andrew Wilson famous gauntlet interrogation where Cleve was going to get to ask him all the questions and, and control the conversation. And then there's going to be no pushback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe also, that's how they all operate.
Yeah. And I just keep hearkening back to the Bible. I thought unequal weights were an abomination to the Lord. But why would you allow one person to do all this and the other not? I thought that's what Proverbs 20:23 said. I mean, it's crazy. These people tell me they're Christian all the time. They keep telling me with their mouths that they're Christian. And then I start letting them expose themselves. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you quote scripture to them, though, that actually doesn't help them. They sit there and they go, oh, yeah. And you can interpret that? Yeah, like you can interpret that, bro. Whatever. Bring it on, dude. Ain't that right, JP?
Yeah, bring it on, dude. All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's discuss those things. Let's discuss the divorce thing. Let's discuss the nun thing, and then we can move on. Is that okay?
Let's do it. Sure.
Okay. So with the, well, I guess we can just go ahead and address the nun thing first, and then we'll move into the other part.
All right.
So this was a situation that happened. This was roughly, I don't know, this is a repost of this, but we'll say roughly around August or something along this line. This isn't the entire post. I know the original post was deleted.
I can hear
this was a GOCK nun that had went on.
This man apologized about that already. He moved on. Why the heck are we talking about this old news story? We don't care about that. We care about what happened 24 hours ago. Instead, this man wants us to talk about a nun or a priest. What is this? A nun a nun that he already apologized about on the record. This ain't important. He already addressed it.
He was
But-
trying to find gaps and didn't attack his character more. My bad, JP. I thought.
No, you didn't cut me off, bro. Go ahead.
That's
Tucker
all this
Carlson
is.
show.
Just real quick. This is a way to fish to hope he makes a mistake in things he's already addressed. That's all this is.
All right.
And had said some things that you had stated were pro-Hamas. So this was the statement that I guess was the most incendiary here. I do
will
not
send
care
you
if
the link.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I will send you the whole post. You can show it on screen if you want to.
Okay. I don't care if she hides her evil filth behind the title of nun or a priest. She can die with the Hamas terrorist for all I care. Now, to be fair to you, you did issue kind of apology here. Let me pull this up real quick.
Wait, so if he issued an apology, what the hell are we talking about here, Chris Claus? Now I'm
He
getting
said
upset.
kind of.
Kind
okay.
of. Oh, it's kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind
All
of.
right, kind of. I guess, kind of. All right. All right.
And her post, you can send it to me. I'll pull it up. If not, no big
Probably.
Sure. I said this to my spiritual father as well. It was, however, a mistake.
Let's
because
pause
the
there for a second.
context- Go ahead.
You repeatedly read this and then said that I don't actually think it is a bad thing what I did. To your understanding, I don't think this is a bad thing in and of itself, and I don't think this is a bad thing mean the same thing.
Well, why don't you explain what you meant in this post? Because I have you right here.
All right. So I made these posts about Agapia, whatever her actual name is. My spiritual father, priest at the time, called me to the church. I talked with him about it extensively. He said to me, Ridwan, you cannot say these things and you cannot depict her in that way. I argued that, Father, she is evil and she is a liar. This is why I'm doing these things. And to be fair, yes, I did depict her as a devil in order to draw attention to the things that she said. My spiritual father said to me, okay, Ridwan, do you think that you reached your intended purpose by doing that? I said, well, honestly, I don't think so. He said, well, you depicted her as a devil and thereby insulted, on the surface, simply a nun, which offended everybody. Do you think people actually paid attention to the things that you wanted to draw attention to? I said, to be fair, you're making a good point. I did not. I just added fuel to the fire. So he said, well, you should not be doing that to begin with. Here you can see that reacting in anger harms you and hurts you and damages you. Don't do that, please. He sent me texts later on after I left the church and said that he will help me every day to overcome my angry reactions to things. I agreed to that. I went home, I thought further about it, then I deleted everything and I apologized. My apology was for the following. I still do believe that the nun is a pretty messed up person and that she is a political figure who lies about things and who also, by the way, cheers for or approves of the killing of innocent people, for which I condemn her and think that she's evil. That said, I do not think that it's a right idea of me, on my behalf, to post images of her as a devil and to insult her in brutal fashion or to call her names. I think that was a bad thing. I think that what I did there only added fuel to the fire and caused more evil, which is why it was probably bad. I could have addressed this in a much better way. I still have the same opinions about her. I still think that she is a propagandist. I still think that she's a terrorist supporter and a supporter of Islamists. And I still think that if I was killed, abducted and killed by Islamic terrorists, she would make excuses for that and would say that they are right in doing so. You depicted this as me just attacking her just because she says Palestinian civilians shouldn't be killed. At which point I would ask you to play the clip that I sent you yesterday.
All right, let me pull that up real quick. Hold on one moment.
And to everyone's reminder, is an Islamic terrorist.
It's about 3 minutes long. I'm going to play it on 1.25.
Can I ask you a
We're
quick
just
question?
flooded with this message.
Why does he owe him all this information about his spiritual father? I know I've talked to a bunch of EO. I know Mahler has. Did anybody have to report to us what their spiritual father told them? I just can't believe that. This is crazy.
unless you actually care to know or they share, no, it's just I spoke to my spiritual father. I got counsel on it. That's it. But I guess he's trying to be transparent. I don't know.
No, it's great for AP, but what I'm saying is
Yeah.
if he discusses anything about Sam,
Mhm.
right? No details. We don't need to know. He didn't ask him about any sort of things, yada, yada, yada. But now AP is being extra transparent, and which he's allowed to do about himself, but not anybody else. Thanks, JP.
That those terrorists are coming to get us next, which is absurd. Has any
And now there's nothing in here that's going to get me flagged for TOS though, right?
It's my music. No, it's fine.
Okay, but there's no like graphic images or anything.
Do you want me to?
And then I'll scoot forward just a little bit.
There is nothing graphic, no, except people beating somebody and people.
Yes, we'll scoot past just a little bit and focus on what she's saying here.
Coming to get us next, which is absurd. Has any member of Hamas or anybody of Palestinian come and threatened America as an American? No, that's not what they're about.
To what last message? He says that the world will come under Islamic rule. Islamic propaganda that is currently out there, and to think, oh, this is just about Jews, just about Israel. We don't believe that anyway. Please shut that part of your brain down for a second.
Now, it's funny to me how these ortho bros attack AP because he's pro-Israel. And now Cleve has the perfect opportunity to do that, and he's as quiet as a mouse. We're not hearing anything about Israel right there. We're not hearing anything. That would have been your perfect opportunity. All we're doing here is cross-examining AP on a situation with a nun. Who cares about this? Like, why is this even being brought up?
How long did they spend on this?
Bro, like 5 minutes or so. We'll go through this real quick and then get to Thaddeus because we're an hour in already.
Open your eyes. You can
Christians.
because I personally had my disagreements with them and disagreements with things that I said, or with things that I saw when I was there. So I generally still think that Israel is in the right in that place. I think that Israel is specifically right and specifically the only good option for Christians in that region. I think that Christians are doing, I mean, I don't just think that, I know very well because every statistic says so, that Christians do significantly better under Israel than any other nation in the region. And I appreciate that about Israel. Now, I do not think, or I do not say that everyone, that every Christian should support Israel. I also do not have any
for untold generations.
I also say that it's a false how Israel treats.
Not a dang word.
Right there. There's the Cleve face. DJP. Bring it on, dude.
Nope, not a dang word. All right, let's get to the next.
Yeah. This dude AP
Said
is a
too
bigger
much
man
in the
than me.
online space other than, I remember when you went to Israel, you said you were with a woman or something, and correct me if I'm wrong, you said you were interested in her romantically.
I haven't talked about this for mostly for specific reasons, which were that I mean, looking back, it was a stupid decision. But I thought I would be speaking about a person who is who has very little space or ability to defend herself or to explain her own position. And while I did that, she was the one who said everything she wanted about me, and I just took it. And I even told her that. When she said wrong things about me online, when she had a profile, I told her, why are you doing this? Please take that back. And she even apologized. There was one tweet that she posted a long time ago, which I saw you and Sam and others share, which was something like that I left her and the children, which was just the greatest lie ever. Over that, people have accused me of leaving my wife and my children behind just to be with another woman and just for Zionism. It's like, what? Those things.
All right, let's get to this part right here, the forgiving part, and then we'll go to Thaddeus, and then we'll begin to wrap up.
And you show when I don't know if you got the transcript too. Also, when you look when he tried to say Jay in the transcript, I just want the world to see that, because when he tried to bring up Jay. Yo, I just want everybody to witness that.
Got you right
now.
Yeah,
also, while you're looking for that too, if anyone wants to know the full story, has not heard the full story from AP, he actually has it on his channel. He come on and did a whole video about his whole situation, so it is on his channel about his ex-wife and everything.
Quite frankly, that's not anybody's business. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let me see. Let's see. The transcript. Transcript. Yeah, Jay Dyer's mentioned a few times. So let me see if I can find it here. Just let me see if by just looking up the transcript. Jay Dyer. Let's see.
I decided to call out Jay Dyer for hating every Christian who was successful. That's what I said. It wasn't that I just joined in with David to attack Jay Dyer. I simply made a remark in response to Jay Dyer attacking me for months. Why is it Why
I
does
don't
this be twisted
necessarily. I don't
as me
necessarily
attacking
think.
Orthobros?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Why is this being depicted as me attacking Orthobros or the Orthodox Church? He was attacking me the whole
Well,
time.
you did also make other statements on X though about Ortho Bros specifically though. I could probably find it, but it would take a little bit of looking. I don't know if I necessarily have a screenshot there, but I do recall during this back and forth that those were some things that were said. It was basically you were going against the Ortho Bros, and you were saying like I don't have I'm referring to specific groups specifically. We're talking about Ortho Bros, yada yada. I mean, from my perspective, the J Dyer bingo thing, that's kind of minor. It could have been like we could have moved past it, but David Wood did this thing. Granted, you already brought up Jay, so I'll bring up this one thing about David. So David wanted to interject to defend his friend. Basically, that's it. So he wanted to kind of try to take the heat from God Logic because God Logic's just kind of like up and coming guy. So he's like, well, maybe if I take the aggro, it's like if you're playing like an MMO, you go in and you're
All right. So again, the bingo thing. Why was that such a big deal? People got this all messed up. A Christian talking to a Muslim is no issue. I can talk to 50 Muslims if I want about anything that I want in the United States of America. But it's another thing to talk to a Muslim that's actively doxing people and endorsing or co-signing them against another Christian. That is what Jay Dyer did. Then these rats go, well, JP had on Metaphysics Jake or Metaphysician Jake. Yes, well, I was there. Technically, Mahler had him on, but who cares? Let's say I had him on. Let's say I did. Who cares? And I did have him on, actually. Who cares?
We told him to repent. Yeah, but who cares?
We gave him the gospel. We spoke to him about the Trinity. We had a discussion on the deity of Christ. I asked him about intercession of the saints in the Quran. We had a good dialogue. And I'm open to talking to Jake again. That is the difference. But these satanic liars go, well, JP teamed up with Jake to attack Eastern Orthodoxy when the opposite happened, and I spoke well of people in Orthodoxy. So all these guys do is lie. And this guy is a satanic liar. And we've proved it here today. We see his snake tactics. We see all that he does. HHS, if you want to look up that timestamp.
Yeah, no, 106.13 already did, bro.
You're a nerd, man.
That's true, actually.
AJP, maybe he should cleave to a wig. That hairline's a little offside there.
Yeah, for sure. And look, man, my hairline, man.
Chris.
Listen, my hairline, I'm going to get this joint fixed in Turkey, but I'm not like that. This brother on another level. You can't repair that in Turkey. He's done. I go to Turkey, pay a couple of $1,000, get these corners filled in, I'm good. This man right here, you're done. Get one of these, Cleve, get a hat, put it on, you're good. I mean, if we're going to talk about, and the reason we go there is because these guys love talking about people being fat, people being pigs, people being all of these things. Jay Dyer made a music video of depicting a Catholic as a pig, making the Catholic rap, right, as a pig. And then when I made Alex Soren a pig, Alex Soren said, I belong in a mental institution. But Jay Dyer doesn't belong in a mental institution when he makes Catholics rapping pigs. So you see the double standard here. All right? So let's
You should only have to play to about 108.25. So it should be only a little over 2 minutes.
All right, very cool. And then we're going to play the part where they spoke about JP.
Nothing but good to Jay Dyer, and have said nothing but nice things and respectful things to Jay Dyer. And he also, for years, posted my videos and linked to my videos and praised the stuff that I do to people. When I decided to enter the Orthodox Church, become a catechumen, he was actually the first person online that I told about this. I texted him and said, hey, I decided to become a catechumen in the Orthodox Church. He was like, wow, really? That was quick. And we talked about it. And I told him I'm going to a Greek church. He told me that Greeks aren't really good and all that. But there was a constant tension.
Did you see his face?
The things that I said as a Christian and things that he and his circle thought. I still thought, okay, we can look past those things. We can have disagreements. We can still be friendly and good with each other and all that. At some point, he started attacking me.
Let me just clarify one thing real quick, because Jay's not here to defend himself, but we've done several shows before, and he's actually spoken positively of certain Greek priests and things like this. So I don't want it out there that he somehow is like.
The guy literally says Greeks are not good, so you're saying AP's wrong. Oh, by the way, how many times did you ask these guys what church they're a part of? You seen them; they lose it on me. JP, when we're having them on, I said, "What church you part?" Remember, this guy was spazzing. What do you mean it's one church? And I said, "No, bro, you part of the Greek church, the Russian. It's one church." And now here we have Jay going, "Oh, the Greek church? Well, that church sucks." But I thought it was one church. I thought they all believed the same thing. I thought they were all uniform.
It's just hypocrisy all
It's
around.
crazy, bro.
And look at this guy. And look at this guy. No, I was gonna say, look at this guy buck dancing for Jay Dyer, going, "Don't mention Jay Dyer. He's not here." But in the very same live stream, he starts to talk about me, and I don't get an opportunity to defend myself. He goes, "All JP does is gaslight inquiring Orthodox, and then I bring them back."
gaslight inquiring Orthodox.
And this is another lie. He goes, "Well, JP talks to people that are trying to become Orthodox, and he stops them. Then we talk to them, and they inquire again." I can tell you this for certain. I've talked to over 10 guys, and I'm in contact with these guys, and they're not becoming Orthodox. Now, I'm not saying if you become Orthodox, you're not a Christian. I'm not bashing anybody, but it's just another lie. Oh, well, when JP talks to them, they go one direction, and then we talk to them again, and JP's gaslighting them and giving them a monologue. Which is what Sam Shamoun does when he talks to Protestants. Talks for 40 hours, gives them nothing but propaganda, and then everything's normal with him, but when it's JP, it's a problem. You see, everybody hates JP. It's not everybody hates Chris. Everybody hates JP. Let's carry on.
Like anti-Greek priests. We actually have a couple in the chat at the moment that frequently.
No, this was. I mean, we publicly talked about this as well. I publicly posted it, and he responded to it as well.
Is it relevant to the entire thing? I really don't want to. I really don't want to stir up additional situations.
No, I mean the thing that he said to me was.
Why didn't he want to not stir up additional situations where Sam Shamoun was on, Chris? Why didn't he want to not do that with Sam?
Because he had too many viewers and they're having too much fun going at the Protestants.
Chris needs to stop. He's making too much sense.
Now I don't know how to add context to it without making it worse.
Basically, it spiraled into some kind of a drama that led to some tension between you and the Ortho Bros. Basically,
All right, let's mention.
No, it's just a little more. Wait, it's just a little more. When he says, "I get it," I get it. When he says, "I get it," that's when you'll know what's up.
Okay, let me know what's up.
Yeah. Let's keep it to that. So he advised me to go to certain Orthodox traditions, not to other Orthodox traditions. I decided to go to the Greeks. I kept in touch with him, and we talked back and forth. I took advice from him and so on. Anyway, over time we had disagreements over the whole Israel issue. I thought we can just disagree with each other and still be friendly. Then he started attacking me, and then I began responding to him, and he insulted me and called me a liar or something like that. I then responded to him and called him a liar.
Let's do this, AP, because he's not here.
No, I get it. Okay,
there it is. I just want to show you again. Every time this dude starts going into detail, bro. He started talking about Jake, just cut him off. Then he starts to try to cut him off. I told y'all, I was like, "Yo, what is this new rule that you can't talk about somebody on his platform when they're not there?"
I mean, although we're not surprised, we're surprised, but we already knew this. This is exactly why, even from the start of the whole Ortho Bro war, me, JP, it was a strict rule. You pull up over there, they're going to control the whole convo. They're going to mute you. They're going to threaten to throw you off. That's why you pull up over here. Nobody's going to shut you up, man. They'll let you talk all you want.
All right, let's play the clips where this guy is just panicking. Look at him panicking because he saw that I was going to do a video. So let's look at this guy. Let's see what accusation he makes, because he mentioned me a few times in his live stream.
This one was honestly kind of schizophrenic. This is JP Uncuts. Lies upon lies, slander upon slander. The most dishonest liar on YouTube. Okay, I mean, is there like an honest liar? No, I don't even know what's going on. In the background, it's like schizophrenic, like scribblings. Fake. Lies, expose lies, evil. Like, just crazy.
Notice, right?
Expose lies, evil. Like, just
he does name call. All he does is name call. Like, he has no reputation. By the way,
he really likes your thumbnails.
You know what I'm saying? And by the way, JP said the most dishonest. He didn't say there was an honest one. Like, again, like, does the dude think about the words before they come out of his mouth? JP's indicating that all liars are dishonest. He just says you're the most dishonest one. I know reading's not a thing you do. I've heard you talk about Dositheus. I know you don't do it. So look, just understand You're caught, bro. The internet is seeing you. Deal with it.
And this is before he started lying all through this live stream. Because this is the beginning. So he goes, he says, JP is schizophrenic and fake and all these scribbles and all these things. And he's laughing and everything, only to prove me right in the rest of the live stream and what he does in less than 24 hours later.
Bring it on, dude.
Crazy. Lying for orthodoxy. Oh no, I've never heard that before. I'm cleaving to dishonesty. I mean, this is all they do. They just say I'm a liar over and over. You got to come up with a better insults.
Well,
no, it's not an insult. It's a documented fact. See, people like me, we don't insult. We source what we say. So it's not an insult. It's a documented fact. Please don't forget that again. Thank you.
Yeah, bro. He says, stop making fun of me and lying about me. It's an insult. No, it's not an insult. You're a satanic liar.
I've got thick skin. I can take it. Call me bald. Call me something else. We
do call you bald. he said, call me bald, call me something else. We call you bald all the time, brother. What you talking about? Thirdly, my friend, last but not least, as we can see here, refute something, brother. Refute something. Let's carry on.
Cleave to lack of comb. It's over. Cleave to, yeah, there you go. Cleave to the grift. Cleave to hair. There you go. Cleave to hairline. Cleave to wrist locks. That's a good one.
No.
Cleave to wrist locks.
Mine was way better than what
that'd be a good one. Yeah, that guy Marco IB.
Way better. Hey, cleave to a wig. That's way better than what that chat's coming up with.
You got him. Yo, what's up, man? My camera went out. Yo, we lost JP, bro. This dog must be manifesting.
Yeah, I went over there, get a little bit of water, you know. But let's carry on.
Yes, the in between Sundays guy, the Church of Christ dude. He said if he ever IBS, the in between Sundays guy, the Church of Christ dude. He said if he ever visit.
Here I'm mentioned again. Let's play this. It's down to GodLogic 2, and GodLogic 2 sending it over to JP Uncut, endorsing everything that JP Uncut did.
Who is life sent everybody over there, right?
Yeah. Does that mean that GodLogic by extension?
Yo, bro, can we just get over this?
Hold on, let me say this real quick. I'm gonna let you cook. The hypocrisy of this satanic, demonic dog. Do you know why? And my words carry weight, and let me tell you why. Because first off, he already told people to come at him for his hypocrisy. He admitted it. He himself said, just come at me for being a hypocrite. He admitted it. So you are what you said you are, you hypocrite. So I'm calling you bald hypocrite because you told me to call you bald, and you told us to come at you for your hypocrisy. So I'm going to do that right now. You had no issue when Nick was making a platform off of GodLogic and even made an Eastern Orthodox website off of the back of GodLogic. Nick did that. And all of the some very, very nice people made platforms off of Eastern Orthodoxy. Many Eastern Orthodox don't care about polemics of stuff like that. They just do stuff on Islam. That's very beautiful. That's fine. But there are guys that attack Protestantism, and I've never complained because this is called fair game. So if you have an EO or a Catholic, you have Catholics that have done the same thing. But the beautiful thing about Catholics is that they don't give a damn what JP does. They don't care. They don't care. Oh, JP's doing stuff like that. We don't care. We're doing what we're doing. But the reality is that Catholics, Eastern Orthodox, and Protestants have built their particular systematics off of the back of GodLogic when they work with GodLogic. That's just a fact. A lot of them, not all, a lot.
Yeah.
Why is it an issue when JP does what JP does, but it's not an issue when Nick does what he does? It's because you have a bias, and your bias does not let you recognize that he's actually very fair because he's never stopped Nick or a Catholic or an EO or a Protestant from doing what they do. He's never stopped anybody. He's never said, hey, you're an EO. I see you're doing EO live streams. Don't do it. He's never done it. Similarly, Logic has never told me to stop doing what I do when I do live streams against them. So now
Right.
all of a sudden it's a problem because they sent it over to my live stream, and now you're upset and you're because I was talking to an inquirer.
Yeah, and this is the whole point of what we were pointing out. Prior to the EOR war popping off, nobody's saying anything to these dudes. And now let's keep it a buck. People around God Logic, they got mad comfortable. They came out and they were talking about, colloquially, they're Christians and what does this mean? And then guess what? This guy, they all started to jump in, and now they're quiet. Now they backed off. They saw who's actually the hand that feeds them, and they're not going to bite it. So good for them that they shut up with this whole Protestants and Catholics are not Christians next to God Logic, because we were inviting them up here several times to cook them on that, but they would just yap. So let me tell you what actually came from this. Me and JP figured out real quick that these guys are the gangsters of YouTube, that you can't say anything about them. They were stunned and shocked. We're talking to an ortho bro inquirer who was being fed slop. We start to correct it, and everybody starts losing their minds. And then life sends those people over, and it's like, God Logic did this, but the inverse or the opposite way, he doesn't get accused for sending people over to Protestant bashers or people that bash Protestants like Nick. So the double standard was there. It was clear from the start. It's just we didn't know it was this bad until things popped off. For the fact that we were saying things and pushing it back against ortho bros, these guys were stunned. Why? Because they thought they had it on lock with these arguments. They thought they were brilliant. And now here we are. Now everybody's fitted their place. Now people who are around God Logic have chilled out. They're not saying that stuff anymore. They're good for them. But now we still got these guys outside that want to say we're not Christians, say this, that, or the other, even though their church says otherwise.
Let me, whenever you land, let me.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I want to say something real important here. I've admitted this on many streams. Okay, now my calling is actually intrafaith. Everybody knows this. This is not news if you know me. Now, what I actually said, I've said this many live streams, I had a rule, and it was an unwritten rule in the space. I know JP knows this. It's an unwritten rule. If you were in whatever denomination, if you were doing Islam, nobody cared because you did your thing in Islam, and we didn't bother anybody. We didn't. We said, hey, they're in Islam. That's what they do. I left them alone. I've said this on camera. Now, what happened that I recorded is, you can go back and check my live stream history. A EO invaded Hatun Tosh's live stream and asked her, how did she know Matthew wrote Matthew? Hatun Tosh is obviously one of the best at polemics against Islam in the game. So we were like, yo, what are you doing? Like, why are you here? You're on the wrong battlefield. And I warned everybody then that if they didn't calm down, they were going to bring the entire Christian YouTube world on top of their head. I was already there, but not like, man, I didn't see what the totality of everything was coming. I saw it was going to get bad, but that's how we got here.
Yep.
They wanted to run into all these places, no matter what work.
Yeah, shut everybody up.
Yep, to include people trying to deal with Muslims.
Yeah.
And attack them. And then
they made a mistake, bro. They made a mistake, and then now the Sam's involved in it, and now they know who runs the game. Who runs the game is the Protestant side of it. Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
I just want to say something because I'm friends with Fearless Truth. I'm friends with Nick. I'm in that group and everything else. I love Nick. But I love JP as well. I know that the arguing's there, but I stay out of it. I love both my brothers. That's all I want to say.
Let me say this. I have no issues with Nick. I don't have any issues. I even changed the thumbnail that was very offensive to a lot of these guys. I changed it. I don't have issues with Nick. In reality, Nick has detached himself from this. And that's fine. My main issue is Nick is going to do EO programs. He's going to do things with Eastern Orthodoxy, pro-Eastern Orthodox stuff. And there's a couple of EO friends that I know that are going to also do Eastern Orthodox stuff, pro-EO stuff. Do whatever you want. Recruit 500,000 Eastern Orthodox. Get 500 million catechumens. JP doesn't give a damn. But don't hit me up and tell me to stop what I'm doing. Because now you're infringing on what I have my rights to do. I don't infringe on you. So don't infringe on me.
Yeah, that's what happened. What happened is we're doing whatever we're doing, and all of a sudden they came out. Then people started dogpiling and getting brave on Twitter. So Chris, this is not a knock. This is not a knock. This is people got souped up by their block. They got a little confident, and then they started to talk. So the immediate response from me, hey, people saw it on Twitter. People were recognizing it. They were pushing for a conversation. I said, then let's talk, Nick. Let's talk to where you get from a point where you're sitting next to God Logic, and then all of a sudden we are not Christians. And when it's going to be it's going to have to be Protestants and Catholics. You're not going to do this thing where you can create your own universal church and then give me the guidelines, but not give me the guidelines. You're not going to say that only apostolic churches are in, but yet they have different metaphysics, they have different claims of soteriology. We ain't going to do that. So my response was, wait a minute. So they're going to tell JP when he can talk, when we can talk. That's not how this works. So pull up.
Yeah,
Did I ever get a response? Did we ever get a conversation to hash it out?
Let me say this, and I'll let HHS cook real quick. I'll be damned if anybody tells me what I can and cannot do on the internet. I will be damned. Fellas, I'm an American. Give me liberty or give me death. That's my policy. I wish somebody in the streets would stop me from street preaching. I wish. When I go to the streets and I street preach in the park, there's a lot of loon balls that walk around and they heckle me. I wish they tried to stop me to see if I won't use my rights to make sure I stop them before they stop me. There was a guy that got smacked up the other day. Let me go on the record now. Let's go on the record. There was a street preacher recently that got smacked up like a rag doll the other day while he was street preaching. And sure, he was trying to continue, but he was getting smacked up. I wish somebody tried that on me, because as an American, you will not stop me from doing what I got to do. I'm an American. I don't know how it is in other countries, you know what I'm saying? But I'm an American, and you're not going to stop an American from doing what he wants to do.
That's right.
I just want to say real quick to make it very clear to the audience. My thoughts are not Mahler's thoughts. They're not JP's thoughts. They're not Imam Claw's thoughts. So what I say, don't ascribe to anybody else but HHS. Now, I'm just going to say, I don't agree with Nick. I have some things that I really, this stream is not about that. I'm happy to go in detail another time. But I definitely think that I would say he's trying to play both sides of the fence, potentially. But I'm not going to go there right now. But again, these are HHS's thoughts.
No, I agree. It's HHS. It's your guys' thoughts, and I respect your guys' thoughts. And Moeller, JP, and you have a right to feel the way you do. And I love you brothers as well. I'm just friends with you, bro. So I'm just keeping my side out of it. You guys can vent all you want. I'm just
no, we hear you, bro. But I'll say this though, just to clear the air. JP's right. They haven't said anything, right? These guys at one point, and I'm saying these guys. I'll say Nick, and then what was the other guy? Luigi. They appeared. They try to say certain things. See, the ultimate grift would be if you really believe that God Logic and some of these guys are not Christians, but yet you're literally co-oping. They're literally sitting on their platform. Okay. Yep. So that's what be text. So you'd be a hypocrite. So here's what happened. They get pressed and now they may be closeted. I don't think they're Christians. Well, then if we find that out later, then that's fact. That'll be facts that you're going to have to live and die with, not us. But the point is, let's move forward. And it sounds like they move forward. So there's no issue now. But at one point, these guys were on Twitter talking mad crazy. We were on Twitter and they were hitting JP with let's debate. They were hitting other people were getting involved. I'm like, okay, so everybody came out the woodwork.
I ended up debating one of them and I cooked them so badly. And then the EO bros said I lost and they can't tell us how. And this debate has happened. I don't even know how long ago and no one can say anything.
Look, I'll give a brief example. Right?
Well, let me say this. Hold on. Let me read this chat real quick, HHS. Sounds like pride. Yes, I have pride in America. I have pride in my rights. I am a proud American. And if you infringe on my rights, I will infringe on you. Yes, it is. No one will stop me from saying what I want to say. HHS went to war to give me my freedoms. I will not let what HHS did for me, go in vain. Go ahead, HHS.
I was going to say, so it depends on how we're looking at. I don't want to belabor this point too long for everybody's time's sake. But so, for example,
Nick clip me using the dictionary with the other brethren up here as though it was to demean my intelligence, yet God Logic does the same thing. I've highlighted it on Twitter. That's one example. I'm not going to go deep into more, but I honestly view Nick as a certified snake. And that's all I'll say right now.
Well, I mean, everybody uses a dictionary. What the heck are dictionaries for?
You don't say, JP.
Are dictionaries, hold on, are dictionaries so that we can hang them on the walls and they look pretty? Is that what dictionaries are for? Or are dictionaries so that we can open them up and read them?
Yeah. I think he talks. Here's what I notice about people like Nick. They seem to think everybody that's in this space, even the Christians, are Muhammadans. And that's not how this works.
Yeah.
So when you come around and you want to make certain arguments against other denominations, you're going to find out real fast that we're not Muhammadans. And you keep playing with us, and it's going to go bad. That's all I'm telling you.
And let me tell you another thing. Apostate Prophet went on here to try to bring some level of peace. Thaddeus came up here to bring some level of peace. Why the hell are you going up on this panel, Nick? When you know Cleave to Antiquity is a snake that took videos from God Logic when God Logic was 15, 16 years old, making videos on God Logic. How are you going to promote this snake off of the back of God Logic's platform? The reason you get the viewership at all is because of God Logic. So you're going to bring your viewership to Cleave to Antiquity's channel, the very guy that tries to destroy God Logic's credibility, posting videos for 15, 16 years with friends like you, Nick. Who needs enemies?
Amen, bro.
Well, okay, then we'll say this. Now that we're in the presence of Chris, who that's his group and his guy, or maybe not, is to say if he's eased off the gas and he's not doing it anymore, then hey, it's settled. But it wasn't settled then, bro. So you have to talk about this stuff openly, and you have to put things, as you say, on the record, because we're going to look back at this and people are not going to remember who went left, who went right. They're not going to remember how this stuff started. They're not going to remember where people were at. And what they try to do is get away with it. And so we're saying is no more. So if you backed off, everybody's chill on that side, that's fine. But if this stuff starts again, then what are we to put together? We're putting together that there's at least some sort of enemy in the camp. Now, it's not my camp. It's not our camp, but hey, it's, these brothers, they care about other people's camps and they want to know who's in there, so they got to be aware. But you can't do that, bro. You can't come out talk my game like you're jumping off the porch like what's up, and then people go, all right, let's discuss. Nope. And then you turn back around and you basically tell the guy that put you on, all right, my bad. Cool. Then think about that in the future, because there's a lot more Protestants and people out here you think that are willing to stand up and defend, especially now. This wasn't it's not a year ago, bro.
Amen. And again, please don't put my thoughts specifically on anyone else unless they echoed them themselves.
Yeah, amen. Because I don't know what he did to HHS, how far he went. I didn't know about that. I don't know anything about that.
I'm not even going. My pedals on, my foot's on the brake. It's not even on the gas. Bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but even then, if I sound like I'm going gas, what I'm saying is he's chilled out. I hit him up at least 3 times directly. Other brothers witnessed it. Like, yeah, let's have that conversation. Nothing ever was produced from it. So from where I'm from, that is what? All right, I don't want no smoke. Let's move on. We moved on.
All right, let's move on from that. Let's go.
Mentions approves of everything that JP Uncut ever did.
Does that mean no? But what he's doing in the moment, no.
Not even
that would technically be life. That would technically be. Does
God Logic by extensions approves of everything that JP Uncut ever did?
Does that mean no? But what he's doing in the moment, no.
Not even
that would technically be life. That would technically be life using God Logic's audience to promote that stuff. But you do realize God Logic could put a stop to that, right? Like he could say, like, "Hey, don't use my platform for that." That'd be a very simple.
Why would he do that? God Logic probably wasn't even aware of what JP Uncut was doing at the time.
Okay. Well, do you think that it's fair for people to point that out, though? That's what the platform is being used for?
I mean, you could point it out. I just do not think that God Logic is at any fault there at all. And he also doesn't want to talk about it because you know what happened this morning? Sam Shamoun started attacking God Logic's wife, calling her a gold digger and a whore. You know what God Logic is doing in response? Nothing. Because he does not want to engage in any drama, as bad as it gets. This is just what God Logic does. He doesn't want to engage in any of the drama, no matter whom they are attacking. He just wants to focus on doing what he does. And if he likes people that whose stream or whom he has collaborated with, he just sends his audience over to support those people. That's it. It doesn't matter to him that at the moment JP Uncut was talking to an Orthodox Christian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily buy that, because a lot of the stuff that he says in the background kind of seems to point in that he's backing up a specific party. I mean, I don't necessarily even.
Oh man, pause right quick.
What, bro? He's if what, his party?
Yo, Nick's on his stream. Yo, I got into a run-in with Nick. He was on the God Logic stream the next day. Now, I'm nobody to God Logic. I'm not trying to say whatever, but I'm just pointing out what's going on. God Logic doesn't normally function like that. That's just a fact, bro. God Logic is really focused on what he does. What AP said was true there. Whether you love it or hate it, that's a whole nother conversation.
That was a W take. It's straight up. But he's saying, he's like, now it's nefarious. He has certain issues, but yet he has people on his platform, EOs that he's putting on, literally made them. And but yeah, he's going to get like, this is, what is this, bro? It's a double standard. And that's why you can't talk to people like this, bro. You're never going to get any reason.
There was 2 EOs on David Woods that went unchecked. They got to just spew whatever they wanted, right? And he was
exactly,
one of them, right?
And he didn't push back on anything. In fact, we got that weirdo Eastern Catholic pull up yapping and cutting us up with some faulty Rabbi Hanina garbage that he pulled up. This dude pulled up to try to block and answer a question that started every word I spoke. This guy cut me off. Nobody pulled up to Mario and Luigi's joint and said anything when they were on David Woods live.
Yeah, Ash Mays pulled up to our live to disrupt, to be a tool of the devil, to disrupt, to stop what was going on. But nobody pulled up to Nick's and Mario's or Luigi's live stream to interrupt them. Exactly. And then Ash lied about the source. I mean, the videos are up there. Everybody go look at my videos. We call Ash lying. Listen, a liar is a liar regardless.
Yo, but the point is, right? Everybody, he's trying to play this as though God Logic has some underhanded machination to undermine the EO when the dude literally has Nick on his streams all the time. He really helped Nick blow up. I remember when Nick was trying to get enough subscribers to get monetized. Who helped that push? That was God Logic. Nick, isn't Nick dropping a website? Do you see God Logic going, oh my goodness? What is this? Like, you can't make this up. This is the most ridiculous framing I've ever seen. One of the things I'm starting to hate about certain parts of the space is the lack of honesty. It's the lack of just be honest, bro. We were upset because JP was doing this thing at that time, but acting like God Logic is behind the scenes as some mastermind, as though he's a James Bond villain out here trying to destroy EO is nonsense. That's ridiculous. Yeah. And if everybody else on this side of the fence ran that same line, it would be insane the pressure to do would be under. But God Logic really focuses on what he feels his calling is, which is Islam. That's what the guy focuses on. Whether you love it or hate it, you can have those conversations sometime. But that's what the dude does. And again, my focus is intrafaith. That's what I'm called to do. And then people pulled me in it. I didn't even want to go there. I wanted to go learn about Islam.
Check this out. Look, God Logic has such a plot to destroy Eastern Orthodoxy behind the scenes that he sends people to Nick's Discord.
See what I'm saying? Like, I mean, just at least be honest. Like, the truth of the matter is, them dudes felt they ran. Mahler's right, okay? For about a year or so prior, I guess now it'd be like a year and a half, them dudes felt they ran YouTube and they felt their arguments were undefeated. And then they woke up the sleeping giant that is everyone else, which I warned them was coming, by the way. They documented proof on my channel. And now they're butthurt because some of their arguments, some of the things they brought forward, they're getting slaughtered out here. It's so bad now. I've had 30 people decline to debate me on the thing I want to debate. Up to 30 people have declined it, to include many Eastern Orthodox.
And one of them declined $2,000.
Well, yeah, that individual, that's right. Somebody declined $2,000 to debate me on my favorite time. This is crazy, man. So again, what's going on is they're butthurt that they cannot maneuver unchecked by everyone, and who they make the target for all this? God Logic, who actually bothers no one.
Well, maybe that's why it is. I mean, he's got the most motion, and he doesn't bother anybody, so they figured they could take shots. But unless, I don't know. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Unless, sounds like he's open. I don't know where Cleve's getting this, that he could say that he's plotting against EOs. It's crazy.
Yeah. Agree. Like I said, I think there's a whole lot I'll say, but it'll be another day. I'm not gonna.
Well, we just talked about some of the stuff in the last live stream, didn't we? Where he was basically saying, well, actually, no, this was Thaddeus discussing this, and I'll bring this up when we have a talk with him, where he's basically saying, oh, you need to like cut, like, oh yeah, I'm not going to do anything else with Sam, yada yada yada. But then on the surface is kind of just like leaving everything alone. And this isn't even Sam talking about this. This is Thaddeus bringing this
But what
up.
does it have to do with his stance on orthodoxy?
No,
This is Sam.
it's two separate things. It's just talking.
I went on 2 live streams with JP Uncut, and I firmly and aggressively discussed with him and told him how wrong he is.
You got punked.
That his critiques of Orthodox Christianity and of icon veneration are.
And listen, like he's smiling. He's smiling. I hit him up after the fact. We had a little small debate on the DMs. You know what I'm saying? No issues. No issues there. He's gonna say he cooked me. I'm gonna say I cooked him. It's all laughs. It's all good. AP's a good dude. But it's true. He did push back. Those are the facts. He did push back. He left. He came back. He had questions. The man pushed back. So the idea that this guy was just sitting back attacking Eastern Orthodoxy is a lie.
Doesn't that make me a hero of Orthodox Christianity?
For the sake of peace, I will now refer to you only as AP hero of Orthodoxy.
Yeah, AP hero Orthodoxy because he destroyed JP. See, so it's all laughs.
For the sake of wrapping this up and for peace, I will now only refer to you as AP hero Orthodoxy.
Now we would get so much further in the space if people were just honest, and it's not gonna happen on channels like Cleves, man. Like seriously, man. Like I could go in, but it's not gonna happen there. Again, you know, whether people like the way God Logic handles things or whatever, you know, yada yada. Like I said, that's a conversation. But he's making all these assertions with no proof, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing that's like getting real like tired to me. Where's is he gonna prove anything he said?
And that's what they were doing for a long time. And so all the audience that's watching now is going to be mainly Protestant evangelical. You guys got to know these guys in the end don't have the power. That's why some of them have gone ahead and said, all right, I'm going to chill out. I'm not going to continue to fight this and back down because they were losing. So you guys have the power to either tune into these guys or you know, get them to debate. You guys should step outside and try to get them and refute them, because in the end, they're dropping the bucket, meaning of Christendom. And that's why even, you know, these guys in debates like Andrew Wilson, they had this idea of coming out and doing a gauntlet. Why? Because they wanted to unite people, because without evangelicals, without Protestants, they got no motion. So, you know, here and there is one thing, but you guys have all the power. So don't think that you're going to get, you're going to change anything by watching some of the same material, not challenging them. You guys got to come outside too.
Amen. By the way, if you notice, the question that you've already highlighted and that we've highlighted and many have asked is starting to make folks uncomfortable is, are non-EO Christians? That question, like Father Stephen Young looked like he was uncomfortable with that with Gavin Ortland. When Nick was up alongside, is it Ben, I believe, that, you know what I'm saying? One looked a little like, that question is starting to make people uncomfortable. So you need to keep asking it. Yeah. And don't let him hit you with fancy words like colloquially or we know what the Holy Spirit is, but not where he isn't, and all this nonsense. EO literally told me I cannot be indwelt by the Holy Spirit because I'm not in this church. It's happened multiple times.
Yeah,
like, so
unfortunately, the church disagrees.
It was like pulling teeth, but he said it.
Yeah, so I'm telling you guys, like, these questions are relevant, and like that's, again, I'm noticing they're becoming very uncomfortable with that question. In addition to some other.
Well, that's been the question from day one, and those are the only people I want to talk to. All you EOs who think that you're a part of ROCOR and you think you're good because you're not, let's say, the Greek church or whatever, you're in for a real rude awakening. You're in the same spot, same space. Okay, you're either going to go against your church and tell us that your church is being guided by some other spirit to say that Catholics and Protestants are Christians and Christian confessions and Christian churches. You're either gonna fall in line with your church, or you're gonna be a person who's in rebellion, and you might as well just join another clique. You're in your own cult. You're not your own pope. You can't speak for yourself. So fall in line, bro. Fall in line. That's pretty much it. If you want to press somebody, ask them if they're saved. And if you're saying, hey, I'm a Protestant, am I saved? And see what they answer. They say yes, God bless you. Go in peace. They say, no, you're not. All right, tell me
You
how.
guys
Where's your church
notice
at?
how this guy cleaved to antiquity always needs the people to call up on his channel? I
I ain't seen him nowhere.
I haven't seen this coward anywhere. He never.
Yeah, I
goes
ain't never
anywhere.
seen him come outside, bro.
That man's always call up on my show. Call up on my show where I have full control. This guy's a bald, hypocritical coward. Remember, he told us to call him that.
That would be one thing. That would be one serious thing that I would critique. And I meant to bring this up. Maybe
these kinds of conversations. You personally are, but I understand the audience will be hot. There's going to be a hot.
Welcome to our next guest.
Hello, thank you for giving me this opportunity to come on. I understand that there's going to be a hostile audience at least.
Oh, by the way, if you disagree with anything that we said, and brother Chris Claus dropped, he dropped. I know that it's getting late right now, so we have 3 people that do. Hold on a minute. Hold on. We have 3 interdenominational talking individuals here. EOs, if you disagree with us, if you don't think we're Christian, if you want to talk doctrine, call up. If you disagree with anything we said here today, call up. I'm going to pin the link. Now you have an opportunity to call up. We do interdenominational discussions. That's what we do. We're going to continue the program, but we want to give you clowns the opportunity to call up. And the reason I call you clowns is because you guys have crossed the line multiple times here tonight. So here's that. Join up if you disagree. And this is going to be the link. Dang, I can't even pin this.
So did I hear Chris correct when he said he wasn't going to be engaging or talking about the Sam Shamoun topic or the, I guess,
he's
Ortho
done.
Bros?
He's finished. He's finished, yeah.
Well, that's good.
He's probably got to go back to whooping Muslims. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, because he doesn't do interdenominational conversations
at all. I've always respected him for that. By the way, he was one of the people like he stays in Islam, bro. Like that's what he does.
All right, so fellas, click on. Remember, we have a dumb Mexican. We have a dumb New Yorker. They call me a dumb New Yorker, not a dumb Dominican. So, hey.
Oh, that doesn't sound as good as dumb Dominican.
I know, but they don't call me that, unfortunately. They just call me a dumb New Yorker. So you have a dumb New Yorker, a dumb Mexican, and they call brother HHS too many nasty things to even repeat what they call this brother. So we're not even going to mention what they call him. All right? So, yeah. All right, we got somebody that requested up. We're going to bring you in with audio only. And I think I accidentally knocked you down. I'm a little rusty using this program. Just call in again. The link is pinned. If you disagree with these, we're 3 evangelical Protestants. Feel free to request up and have a dialogue. All right? We're doing call-ins. We are 3 evangelical Protestants. Okay? So feel free to request up. We have over 300 people. We know that we have the ops watching, man. So request up. All right. Yes, they also call me black guy, but whatever.
We'll see how hostile you personally are. But I understand the audience will be hostile. But I'm happy to come on and have these kinds of conversations, and I thank you for the opportunity.
Well, I'm happy that you decided to come on. I know yesterday y'all had a little bit of fun on Apologetics Roadshow. Some things were said, but it is what it is. I just want to encourage the audience before we even talk. Audience, could you do me a favor? Could everybody just say a prayer for Thaddeus and say a prayer for me as we dive into this discussion?
The last thing I'd want is for his satanic audience. I'm on the record because we see how his audience reacts. We see what he did. I don't know who these audience members were praying to, but it had to be the devil because less than 24 hours later, he's retweeting Sam Shamoun saying that he exposed Thaddeus and exposed AP. So his audience wasn't God. They weren't praying to God because literally less than 24 hours later, those prayers failed. They failed. You know what I'm saying? They failed. All right?
Like 3 hours later.
It was definitely less than 24. All right? So I don't know who they were praying for, Mr. Let's do a prayer for anybody. Cleve, I know you see me as an enemy, but do not pray for me, Cleve. Keep your prayers to yourself. All right? Please, because I don't know what you pray to. Let's carry on.
Because ultimately, at the end of this, what we really want to have happen is some semblance of, I don't know, I mean, maybe peace is too naive, but maybe turning the temperature down a little bit would be better.
Turning the temperature down by retweeting Sam Shamoun when Sam Shamoun says that Thaddeus and AP were exposed.
What's a liar gonna do, JP?
Lie.
Bingo. So when he said he wanted to do one thing, it seemed like he wanted to do the other, huh? When he retweeted something. Huh. Interesting.
Beneficial. So the goal of this discussion isn't to promote or open new and perpetuate the drama cycle, but maybe to put a nice bow on it. I know some things were brought up in the interview that you would like to address, Thaddeus. Now, what I really don't want to have happen is, because I see this cycle that is continuing, and it seems to have no end. One thing is said, the other party gets upset about it. A stream takes place. The other party gets upset about it. Another stream takes place, and it continues to amplify, so on and so forth. Now, a lot of this stuff was already responded to last night with
sure, but that's not for your audience. And you know, I'm happy to address whatever specific things you want. I will say this at the start. If you had a conversation with Sam like you just had with AP, I wouldn't be here, right? I don't have a problem with you pushing back. In fact, that's exactly what I wanted to happen with Sam. But what actually happened is that you let Sam come on, and some of the topics were the topics you wanted to talk about. You obviously are in agreement about those already before the show, but he repeatedly brought up things that you didn't want to talk about, and you let him steamroll you and talk about those things, attack my character, attack David's character, attack Apostate Prophet's character, attack GodLogic's character, attack, and then you didn't push back at all. But then AP comes on and you say, I don't want to talk about someone who's not here. Wait, that's the entirety of your show was talking about people who weren't there. Well, by design, and then you let him do whatever he wanted as well. So I'm only talking about you right now. I'm talking about your actions.
There you go.
And you're
that's fine. I mean, you can attack me for being a hypocrite. There you go. We'll grant it. We'll say that I am a hypocrite. Please forgive me for my hypocrisy, Thaddeus.
So he is a hypocrite. I mean, he's called. I mean, at least he's accepting it. Like, he's not pushing back on it. He's accepting that he's a hypocrite. I don't know why Cleve would even keep this up there. I don't know why Cleve. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, see how smug he said it though. Like, did that even sound real? He was like, "Well, I am accepting the fact that I am a."
I grant it.
It's like, yeah, it was like no, like, oops, my bad, and nothing. It's just like, yeah, whatever. I'm here for an objective. That's all it was.
So I'm happy to address whatever specific things you want, but the things that I want to talk about are specific things Sam said that are lies. And my intention is to point out that they are lies.
On the stream that we did.
On the stream that you did, not anywhere else, only on the stream you did.
Okay, because I don't want to get into anything other than that. But we can talk about this. All right, so we have this was the stream from last night. Cleave to Deception. This was like a 6-hour discussion. You guys are discussing about numerous subjects. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I didn't watch all. I
wouldn't have expected you to.
All 6 hours of this. I watched very briefly. You guys kind of skimmed over some of the stuff that we were discussing, which is, you know, it is what it is. I know we had this discussion. You were going to try to clarify a couple of things on here. So
like I said, whatever you want me to address, I'm happy to address. But there are things that I want to address as well. So it's up to you how you want to do this.
Sure. Well, let me put this here though. The ultimate goal behind all of this is to be this. This is it. I don't want to continue to do the back and forth. The escalation of this has gone way too far. So before you interject, let me just I'm going to show a few things. I'm so sorry. Reasoned what? Reasoned answers. There you go. Sorry, my AC is busted, so I'm like, I'm super hot right now.
Brain not working all the way.
It's like 80 degrees. So I'm running on dial-up at the moment, brain-wise. All right, so let's take a look at this. So the drama has gotten absolutely wild. The last couple of videos, well, really, it's all been Sam.
That's correct.
Sam. Even in the video, this is the live stream section. Sam Shamaoun. Yeah, he beats.
I know you guys got to get going soon. So long story short, Scripture Plug, do you want to go live, brother? Let me know if you want to go live and do something on some heretics. I know that you've been a little bit occupied. But that's pretty much it. Cleave to Antiquity refuses to allow Thaddeus to defend himself. And he does the same thing over and over again. Now, let me see who's
So
live
then
again.
does it end bad? Because I didn't even watch it. Or does it end like semi-chill? Or what happens?
Not chill, because he ends up saying, what he ends up doing is that he ends up saying, you didn't let me talk, like you're being hypocritical. So yeah.
No. So it doesn't end cool then. Or that
Yep.
cool.
You know what? Maybe I'll just send him over to CK just for today, I guess, because there's no wackos on the panel right now. Then I'll join. All right, so everybody, I guess we're finished here. We're done. And I'm gonna go over to another channel real quick. I'm gonna go over to Christian King's channel, which is a channel that does interdenominational discussions. And I'm gonna pop in there, and if anybody wants a mutual platform where you can come up and have a discussion with me, well then guess what? We're gonna make that happen. So let me see if I can do it. Let me make sure there's no wackos over here, man.
But again, like I said, the people really thought they were going there to air out their side of a story and couldn't do it. That's just, I'm glad this lives on the internet, man. People need to see what's what, man.
Well, I have this video downloaded in any case that he decides to delete it, because he does look that bad. He looks very, very bad. So in the case that he wants to delete it, I will do that. So fellas, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go over to an interdenominational channel that does discussions. If you're afraid to have a discussion on my own channel, and by the way, Cleave to Antiquity, if you're watching, I'm sending everybody to an anti-Eastern Orthodox thing. It's an anti-Ortho Bro channel. Because cool Eastern Orthodox.
You can't do that, bro. You can't do that. Does God Logic know about this?
Yeah. Oh, how could God Logic allow this to be done? It's his fault. JP does interdenominational discussion because it's his fault. It's all his fault.
They tripping. All right, fellas. I'll see you guys over there.
All right. So we'll be over there. We're going to be on Christian King's channel. You guys are all going to get transferred over. All right.
All right. God bless
you guys.
God bless, guys. Don't forget, that's where you find me. And
I know you still got a few minutes left. You're gonna pop up with me for a little bit?
I actually, as soon as we go drop from this live, I have to take care of some stuff.
Okay, cool. Brother.
Stuff, so.
Well, God bless, brother.
But I will try to tune in if I can, for sure.
Okay, well, God bless you, brother. All right, so that's it. We're gonna go over there. All right, we're gonna go over to the Christian King's channel, and brother Cleave to Antiquity. We hate your lies. We hate what you do. You're not a good person, brother. And I get it. None of us are good. Only Christ is good. But I don't believe you have Christ because you're a slandering, lying, pathetic buffoon. No one can grab clips of me lying because I don't lie. But you know what you did, Cleave to Antiquity? You did a review of my debate and you would cut me off half sentence and mock me like that's all I said. And I'm going to do a review of the review that you did of my debate so I can expose how much of a snake fraud you are, even in the review, where you would cut me off mid-sentence and then say, hey, see, JP is this, JP is that, he made that mistake. We're going to make sure that you get exposed as the fraud that you really are. And this is going to be the link so that you guys can go over there right here. Okay?